Hello out there. Welcome for the first time to Abomination Vault. It is Wednesday, which means we're delving into the Ruins of Gauntlight. I am DM Steve, and I'm with you. I'm here with the... You guys don't like the name, but the Ghostbusters. Say hi, everyone. Now, those of you out there, you can hear me. Can we confirm that you guys can actually hear the rest of the group? Definitely. Oh, I'm being told that the answer is no, they can't hear you either.
Do
not call the Ghostbusters.
I think that fixed it. Okay. So I think now that you can hear the not Ghostbusters.
Definitely not the Ghostbusters.
Nope.
Man. So somehow all these settings got messed up. So okay. So yeah. So now I think you guys would probably be able to hear all the dice rolls now in the background too. Let's see. Oh yeah, I heard it. I can see it on the stream. Perfect. So now we got all that smoothed out. Okay. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. We missed last week and we missed you guys. I'm excited to jump in and get some more Abomination Vaults. So yeah, normally I like to start our session with me saying, "Hey guys, guess what? We screwed up last week." But the main feedback I got from our last video wasn't so much comments that said, you stupid idiots, do this right. It was more just people that are enjoying our show. Can you believe it, guys? We're actually becoming semi-competent with Pathfinder.
That's all you but
Yeah, no, it's not me.
it's all you, Steve.
Yeah, it's all me. Nah, it's a group effort. So we broke 100 subscribers on YouTube for the first time. We have to do some kind of special, like maybe a contest for our viewers and give away something. Maybe the new Pathfinder PDF that just came out, the Bestiary 3. That'd be a cool prize.
$100 million.
We can do $100 million. We just got to rig it to make sure that somebody we know wins and we don't have to pay out, right?
$100 million not guaranteed. Valid in all the continental United States and Canada, excluding Quebec.
There'll be a DM Steve Bucks.
There you go.
That'll work. Redeemable.
Cash them in for one shots.
Oh, see, Nina was sitting here telling me that my audio was messed up, but I wasn't watching Discord, so I guess that helps if I watch Discord, doesn't it? Anyways, we leveled up to level 2 last time at the end. We did a few choices off stream. I know. Hal, do you want to tell people what your archetype was since you didn't choose it on stream last time?
Yeah, I took the Blessed One archetype so I could lay on hands Mukta when he jumps off the roof again. Because I don't think that's the last time he's going to do that.
You can lay your hands on me anytime, my friend.
This is going to be an interesting future between you two characters. But okay, so that other than that, are you guys ready to jump into tonight's session? We missed last time. You guys came back from the ruins to the town, and it was just time for a little R&R for you guys to reflect, possibly on what you've learned or seen. So, do you guys have any questions for me about your character level? I know we talked earlier, but there's always something that gets lost until last second. So, any other questions before we just jump right into tonight's session? I'll take that.
Clovis is good.
I don't
to go.
I don't think so.
All right. Awesome. If you haven't yet, Foundry had updated. There's like a lot of active development going on Pathfinder system, so make sure you're updating because they do a lot of cool updates, and you're missing out on a lot of cool features if you don't update. So
I
hadn't updated mine in a while, and I did, and it was like, whoa, look at all this cool new features. A lot of it's GM facing, so I don't even think you guys would notice. But there might be some new stuff for you guys to play with in there too. I'm not sure. Okay. So, session 7. Not bad. Okay.
Roll a video,
Okay.
Steve.
Oh God, I never. You're
Steve,
right.
roll
You're
a video.
right,
Boy, you take 1 week off and you're rusty.
Steve, roll the video.
man. I am so. Yeah.
And give me a countdown, too.
All right. Let's go ahead. And I am so out of it. Let's roll the video. We are going to roll our intro video. When we come back, we're going to jump right into the session. 15 minutes late, but jump right in. So we're rolling the video in 3, 2, 1.
The lumber town of Otari, with its storied past and a fair share of sinister secrets, has been fairly quiet in recent decades. Over the 400 years since its inception, the surrounding area has been the launching pad for many famous adventurers, and as a result, most of the ancient ruins have been fully explored, much of their mysteries already solved. But when the mysterious Gauntlight, an eerie landlocked lighthouse, begins to glow with a baleful light, the people of Otari suspect it's an ominous prelude to sinister events. The call goes out for a new band of heroes to save the day. Those heroes are Mukta.
One's path in life may shift like the sands. You have to adapt or be buried.
Halarmony Higgins.
Can I play something for you?
New Lara.
Hey, I know that it's scary, but you have to get up. Okay? Take my hand. Ugh, very good. Let's go.
Clovis.
Nature is not to be put in order. Nature is order. It is for us to put ourselves in unison with this order.
The time has come to enter the Abomination Vaults, Ruins of Gauntlight.
All right, we're back. We ran the intro video. Oh, I'm being interrupted by my son. Hi, Charles. What's up?
Hi, Charles.
Hi, Charles.
Did you have something you wanted, or are you just here to interrupt?
Tell your dad we're not the Ghostbusters.
We
Yeah.
are the ghost stoppers.
Oh, what's that? They said that they're the
Papa Reed said.
Ghostbusters. It's weird. That's all I heard. Nice. Okay.
Who you
So,
call ghost stoppers?
so, give me 1 second.
The mostly dead, slightly alive Hinderers.
Pretty accurate, I'd have to say.
He's asking for technical help with his headset that's falling apart. Like, well, you picked a bad time. He's been very into VR lately. So the VR headset audio is having issues. So we fade in on our characters who are enjoying a bit of their downtime at the Rowdy Rockfish. The tone here is very mellow, with the music of Hallandar drawing in the few patrons who are still up. We're pushing like 8, 9 o'clock right now. Very, very early to bed, early to rise sort of town. Outside the window, we can see a thick fog settling in over the harbor town, with a fairly bright moon lighting up the sky. The door swings open, and we see Nulara wander in, her eyes meeting the rest of you as she walks over to take her seat at the sparsely filled tavern. The barkeep, a dwarven woman named Brelda Venkervale, looks up, happy to be distracted from her thoughts, and smiles at Nulara. Can I get you something? We have some above average ale in stock.
Above average ale sounds good right now, actually. Have you seen, I don't know, an elf with a companion, a teenage man, and a cat? Are they here?
So her eyes like glance like across the room, and it's almost completely empty except for right in the middle of the room is like your group of friends, and
Oh, I
Hal's
should have
playing
looked.
the music. Yeah, they're like the only ones. Yeah, there's like a couple patrons maybe listening in, but yeah, it's very hard to miss them. So I think you
I
start
lean over
asking.
close.
Good.
My tail is burning. I think someone's talking about me.
Yeah.
I saw when she walked in the door, I cannot believe she could not recognize this John Tesh tune I was playing.
So yeah, there's a bit of moment where you're like awkwardly like, oh yeah, there they are, right? And you kind of sit down.
I was preoccupied. But yes, if the ale sounds great, I'd have one and another 3 for my table, please. For them.
Yeah. She nods and she begins like getting the glasses out and like drawing the ale, and she like kind of brings it over and drops it off of your table as you come take a seat. You know, it's above average. It's not earth shattering. She pretty much sold it as was above average. And so like as you guys sit around the table and the music draws to its end as Hal kind of finishes playing, you have a moment to relax together and reflect on maybe some things you've seen and or learned in the past few days. So I'll give you guys a moment here to converse.
Mukta, I see that you prefer the rapier. We found this one in the lighthouse. It was in some mud, but there was no mud sticking to this. Perhaps you could be of more use with it than I am. And I'll hand Mukta a +1 rapier.
Ooh.
Grabs the rapier, balances it on its hilt and its point. Takes one finger and balances it only on the hilt. Flicks it in the air and grabs it. This is quite the blade, my friend. If you insist that you are not using it, I would be happy to accept.
That was pretty good swordsmanship there. Just don't try to climb with it.
Of course.
It is quite sharp because when you jumped from the ledge, you might want to hold it away from you. Otherwise, it might stab you like that bird stabbed you.
Don't worry, I'm going to step back from that ledge, my friend.
So on a technical aspect, I wanted to try this, and I should have thought of this ahead of time. I created a new character called Trade Character in your guys' characters tab that everyone should have an ownership to. So in theory, if you want to trade an item, Hal, you should be able to drag and drop it to that character, and then Mukta should be able to take it from that character into his own inventory.
Oh.
Is that in our character sheet or in Foundry?
It's a new character sheet called Trade Character in Foundry.
It's under Actors Directory.
Yeah. So let me know if that works, and if it doesn't, I can show you how to. I could show you how to just add a rapier +1 to your character sheet.
You were quite the musician, my friend. I heard you play just a little bit of melodies in our battles, but that was quite the performance.
Of course, John Tesh is fantastic.
It works when I drag it, at least.
Yeah, it worked. It wouldn't when I dragged it over, but not a big deal.
Okay, then we'll have to figure out how this is. So I just dragged
And
that
then-
over. I could probably just drag it from one character sheet to the other, right?
Yeah, I'll take his other rapier if
Oh, that's a good
okay.
point. So, yeah, is that
I
okay,
will-
Mukta, with trading rapiers?
I
Or
will
is yours
hand over,
special?
unbelt my old rapier and hand it to Harmony.
Perfect. All right, I traded rapiers on your sheets.
Very good.
There's some modules that will handle trading and stuff, so we'll get that sorted out.
Was that a
I
new
don't
piece?
use this much. I've had it for a little while. We got it when we were back there with those other two who had to go on some other adventure.
Well, you say that, and like over the corner as you're speaking, there's like a side room, and you can see in the background, Aurelia's back there like tinkering in the little like alchemy workshop that she set up in this bar.
I do a little wave.
So focused on her work that she doesn't even like notice you.
That's fair. No, Hal, I was talking about the piece that you were playing as I walked in. It sounded really good. I don't think I've ever heard that from you.
It's a very popular tune from Diobel. Perhaps not so much here. Diobel, it's a city that's further inland than Otari, of course. So perhaps it has not made it here. Perhaps we can make it famous. I mean, perhaps I can make it famous.
Ooh, you can. Definitely. Have you guys been waiting long, or?
Not too long. Apparently you're a quick eater, huh?
Right. I was just gonna eat. No, I decided that I wanted to have a meal with you guys. We almost died together. Might as well share a meal together.
If I can be so bold, Mukta almost died, and I think we were good. And then you speared that guy right through him, and he was done. He was a dead bird. One's not the stone, and there were no two birds, but you killed him anyway.
I mean, when I see a giant bird doll, like my mother always warned me about, coming after my new friend Halarmony, I will leap off any roof, no question.
I will give him a rapier salute and put it back in my belt. I really don't have a thing for it. It just hangs in my belt.
Yeah. You also, I don't think you guys ever really had a time to figure out the magic items you had, right? Or did I tell you guys what they were?
Nope.
No.
I didn't.
Which one?
There's like a scroll and a wand.
A wand
Oh,
and a tiny
yeah.
scroll.
That's true.
So who was it? Mukta? Were you the one that reached in and took it?
I think I just checked for traps and gave it, or either had Halarmony get it or gave it to him.
Okay. So if you guys want, you have some time here, perhaps somebody wants to try to identify these magical items.
I look to both Clovis and Hal. You both seem very proficient in the Arcana. Would you perhaps or perchance identify these things? Could you?
I can sing you a tune, but I cannot identify. It is a wand and a scroll.
Ha.
Yeah, and I am definitely not very good at Arcana.
Perhaps
Wait,
when we go to Wrin, she can
That's
help us out. Weren't we going to go tonight and check in?
Oh, yes, we were.
We were, but and then I look at all of us with the swamp water still staining our clothes. I mean, should we clean up first or just go in
We
as
stopped
is?
by the bathhouse on the way, and we're immaculately clean.
I've missed out on
It's
a lot.
around the corner.
I mean, we can montage you getting cleaned up at the bathhouse. As
No,
well,
I will wear this proudly
okay.
so that you can see how the shit that we had to go through.
Right. Okay. Yeah, but getting Wrin to help identify these things, that totally makes sense. If you guys don't have the skills or the trained ability to do so, I think it's an Arcana trained ability, I believe.
An old conjurer I met on the trade routes once taught me a spell. Let me give it a try. And Mukta waves his hands very grandiosely and says, "You mo goi goi fai chi chao, you mo goi goi fai chi chao, you mo goi goi fai chi chao." Did it work?
Do you know what it is?
I do. It's a scroll and a wand.
Very
maybe
true.
I don't know. I can take a look if that is okay. I was just playing. Let me see them.
Oh, are you trained?
In Arcana, I'm trained.
Nice. So yeah, why don't you go ahead and give me an Arcana check or a I think it's an identify magic check, but it's just Arcana.
All right, let us see how this goes. A
Wow!
natural 20.
Whoa, there's an animation to it.
Yeah. You can program in animations on your dice rolls and stuff, which is cool.
I will ask Rick about that later.
Yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah, so trained action identify magic is an arcana trained action. So yep. Natural 20. Not too shabby. So you know without a doubt that these two items, the wand is a wand of healing.
Ooh.
Mm.
It's a first
perhaps,
level wand of heal.
Perhaps you may want to carry this, my friend Clovis. I can do the lay on my hands
So
Sounds,
on the shoulder and heal you. Perhaps you need to carry the wand.
yeah, the way wands work is they like hold a spell in them, right? And you can cast the spell from the wand once per day.
okay.
For free. And then
Can you hit more than one person, or is it just one?
well, it casts the heal spell, right? So you'd have to look at
Okay.
what the heal spell is. In this case, you can heal is one of those spells that can
I have heal, so just so you know, Rick, I have heal as a spell.
Perhaps
So it
maybe
might make sense to give
Mukta
it to somebody else then.
can use it.
the good news is it doesn't use a spell slot. But yeah.
Yeah. So I know for heal, one action is, it's a touch, two actions. It has 30 feet, and then if you use all three actions, what is it? 30 foot. Any and all living and undead creatures in that area. So
Oh, so you're saying it can do one of three things depending on what you can do with it.
that
Is
is
that
correct.
what you're saying, Clovis?
That is what I am saying.
I need to double check too, but I'm pretty sure the way wands work, you can cast a spell once with no issue, and then if you press your luck, you can cast it a second time. But then there's like a chance that it breaks. So once per day, you can use it. If you try to use it another time, you cast the spell, and then there's a DC 10 flat check. If you succeed, the wand breaks, and if you fail, the wand is completely destroyed. So
What
if
happens?
Sorry, good.
Is it only one action?
I believe whatever it's whatever
Three
you're
actions, it kills everybody.
Yes, 3 actions on heal is like
Clovis.
a burst, right?
Gotcha. Can that be used on the wand?
Yeah, I believe so.
Cool.
You just gotta interact, like you have to have the wand in your hand, and then you can cast a spell from it using whatever actions it would require to cast. So yeah. So you should be able to find that item.
Pretty beneficial.
Yeah.
I think you hold on to the hell.
Okay, and I put it on my ear like it is a pen or a quill. I am ready to go.
Okay. Let's see. I gotta find it. I don't know where it is in the equipment list. Regardless, the other thing you find is the scroll of Restore Senses, which allows you to cast the spell Restore Senses. What that does, I don't actually know. So someone's gonna have to look it up. But I think in order to use a scroll, it has to be on your spell list.
What did you say it did again? Sorry.
It's a scroll of Restore Senses. So I'll put it here, which allows you to cast the Restore Senses. It's a second level spell. It's Divine, Occult, and Primal. So it seems like either Hal or Clovis would both be able to use it.
I insist you use it, Clovis. I have this here on my ear. I think we should be good. You should take that one.
perfect. I will take it.
So just note you guys have those.
Is that strange gem we got from the back of
Oh.
bird doll magical as well, Hal?
When like Hal uses like a detect magic like spell, it doesn't appear magical. Well,
Ah.
let me double check. I don't believe it's intended to be magical.
Oh, it was a battery pack.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it doesn't actually say for sure, but I'm going to say that yes, the gem is magical. You look at it, right? Just looking at it, it's like a gem which has some value to it. Probably not the most valuable of gems. It's only worth about 5 gold, but there's some kind of magical effect on it that has a I'm gonna say it basically has necromantic energy in it. So that's
I wonder
a
if it
good
could
tip.
act like a defibrillator when one of us dies, but if it's necromantic.
Might be interesting to find out, huh?
Mm.
If somebody is interested in making a recall knowledge check, we can definitely try.
Mm,
This would be let's see. I deleted the token. Let's see. Let's see. The thing I'm just making sure I get this right because like different types of creatures have different kinds of like checks. So in order to do it'd be an Arcana based check, unless you have some kind of lore that you can apply to this skill. I don't know what lores you guys have. So if you have lores on soulbound dolls of some sort, or Arcana or crafting, even it could be crafting or Arcana.
Spirit lore.
I don't think spirit lore would apply to this one, but you could try it. It wouldn't be impossible to make that roll. It just would be a little bit harder of a DC.
I have crafting as well, so
You want
I'll
to give
try
it a crafting? Give it a crafting check, right? It's a gem. Oh, it was a 19 for a second.
Right on course.
No, you got it out of your system.
Yeah. So you have a bit of a hard time coming up with like figuring out what this gem could possibly be. You don't have any idea, Mukta.
This is very powerful. I think I should not tell you what it does. This knowledge is very dangerous.
Oh no.
Around this time, like Brelda comes back over to your table and she says, I don't mean to interrupt it. It's closing time. So is there anything more you need before I call it a night?
And you
Are
said
we
you
going to visit Rend?
Are you?
Are we going now or in the morning?
What she does is she kind of looks and she just takes a key out of her pocket and she puts it on the table in front of you guys because she's, you guys are really close friends with her based on your earlier roles with her, so she's kind of supporting you guys. So she gives you a key and she just says, if you head out, just make sure to lock the door behind you.
Oh wow, this is very generous of you.
Yes, I think Nulara should carry the key. I mean, she is the most she is the strongest of us all.
And so she chases like basically the rest of the patrons out. Anyone that doesn't have a room here, anyone that has a room goes up to the room. Everyone else gets chased out, and it leaves just you guys kind of around like a candlelit table.
You know what I just realized?
What's that?
And it's so crazy. Hal and I have only met you guys this morning.
Indeed.
But it feels like Well, for me personally, that I know you guys for weeks.
Well, near-death experiences and good cups of ale create strong
That's very
bonds.
true.
That's what my mother always said.
And death,
Agreed.
almost
All the
death.
bird dolls.
Yes, of the bird dolls.
Yes. Number one, of course. You all seem to be quite liked and trusted by the owner here.
Well, is Aurelia still like off to the backside of the
Yeah,
place?
like the whole like place gets dim and dark, but you can just see the cracked open door in her workshop, and just like like there's like a little bit of an explosion as something kind of chemical reaction goes off in that room, and there's like the flickering light in there. She's definitely hard at work.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm sure it's very hard to miss, but that explosion, the woman behind that, we used to travel with her very briefly, but we did used to travel with her, and she was the one who made acquaintances with the owner of this establishment.
It's good to have friends.
Oh, definitely.
And of course, I play music for all her patrons. And
How
they
to?
enjoy it. This place gets packed. You should have been here last night. Wall to wall, standing room only.
If I had only known I was staying at the Cook's Nook, that's where I usually stay when I'm in town. In fact, I think I have to settle my bill there eventually, before we head out tomorrow.
Hopefully, one of these days, as we continue our adventure, you get to see the crowd that Hal gets to pull in.
I can only imagine, my friend. You must have hordes of fans.
Flashback to a natural one performance check.
But you only really care about one, right, Hal?
What is this one?
Your girl! You used to talk
Oh.
about her a lot.
Of course, Sweet Caroline. I wrote a
Yeah.
song. You should hear it sometime.
Wow, that's very unique. I've never heard of that title before.
He has already forgot about his girl.
No, I have not forgot. I wrote a song. It's forever in my memory banks. When we used to go out to the festivals, everybody would gather around the horse tying contest, pig tying contest. You get on a horse. You know what I mean. And then before they start, they sing it, and then they can say, ba, ba, ba. Everybody goes crazy. It's amazing.
I can't wait to hear you sing it again.
Maybe if it is that catchy, we could, figure it out and sing along.
Yeah. I will show you the part where you can most help out.
Sounds
But-
good.
Maybe some
It's
good
kind of late
backup
now.
singers.
Yeah.
So do you guys?
Mukta seems like he can really dance. Very light
I'm
on his feet.
Assuming from this we're going to transition into visiting Wrin, right? Because she's a night owl anyways. She likes to sit out into the sun. So there's like a little bit like a crossfade, right? As you guys are like sitting around the table laughing, and we cut to you guys kind of approaching Wrin's tent. So you find the elvish tiefling woman sitting in her usual spot. Wait, I had some music for Wrin. Here we go. Okay, you find the elvish tiefling woman sitting in her usual spot, inside her tent with the sky open. She welcomes New Lara and Halarmony with a smile, before giving a curt nod towards Mukta and Clovis. Ah, I see you've crossed paths already. Ahead of schedule, but alas, fate isn't precise now, is it? She brings you into her tent, and you can see the foggy sky obscuring the stars above you. She offers you all some warm tea that she was already brewing. So, tell me what you've learned since we last talked. I assume you've encountered spirits of some kind?
We
Counter
that again.
punch.
Everyone starts talking and stopping and like looking at each other, and then Wrin's just patiently smiles and like waits for somebody to take the lead.
Mukta had a lot of experience with it. Mukta, would you like to let her know what we found?
Well, I mean, I'm not the one who punched the ghost, but if you insist.
Wrin, like an eyebrow goes up, and she turns and like kind of turns her head sideways, and to have further explanation from Nulara on this.
I feel that he says that sarcastically. Doesn't really believe me.
She turns one eye on you, Mukta.
I mean, my new friends saved my life from the bird doll. If they say she punched the ghost, well, she punched the ghost.
And so she listens, and she's taking a sip from her tea, and she says, "Well, ghosts are just spirits who are unable to pass, usually having died through extreme circumstances of some kind. Horribly violent deaths can lead to angry ghosts, yeah. Not all spirits are hostile."
I
Just
imagine. Oh,
Good.
Sorry,
No,
go ahead.
No, good.
Do you know if you seem to be knowledgeable about these ghosts? Do you know if putting them in some sort of beam would make them angry?
Ah, yes.
Like
She,
a beam of ghosts.
yeah, she kind of strokes her chin a bit, and she's like, I mean, not anything I'm aware of. I imagine there's all kinds of magics I'm unaware of. Like some kind of ghost-busting beam, perhaps?
I don't think so. Not ghost busting. Definitely not ghost busting.
Yeah, maybe ghost stopping. I don't know about busting.
Well, just remember, no matter how angry a spirit or how hostile a spirit is, there's always a way to lay a ghost to rest. You just have to find what keeps it tethered to this world and resolve it.
Well, from the way I forgot her name, but she looked like a really angry doll. Apparently the lighthouse at night shoots out a beam full of ghosts.
We have some paintings, do we not?
Oh, yes, that too.
Oh, that's true, you do.
And then I pull out the canvases that we picked up.
Oh,
like I
very
said,
nice.
beam of ghosts. Huh?
Yeah, and she's looking it over, and she you actually like watch as she kind of almost seems a little not shocked, but like there's not like a recognition on her face, like something isn't completely right, and she goes, "Odd, I've seen similar imageries in my dreams."
Did it involve the woman dressed in this gown?
She smiles and she says, "Well, surely you must know who this woman is. It's Belcora."
I'm sorry. From what I've learned, the four of us aren't locals to this town.
Ah, right. Well, I can give you a brief history lesson, but once upon a time, a witch, sorcerer really, named Belcora, took up residence and built that lighthouse. And that structure that still stands today, it was constructed under her orders. And a group of adventurers named the Rose Guard rose up, went to the keep, and defeated her. Something in the neighborhood of about 500 years ago or so. And she turns and looks, and you see like off in the background, like Elenir is kind of like at the shop, like back to like fixing books and stuff. And then Elenir just kind of gives like a little nod, like, like, yeah, you're correct. Anyways, it was those heroes who settled down and created this town, Otari, named after one of their own who, as I'm understood, fell in their confrontation. Otari was his name, or his last name. And the cape is laid in ruin for the last 500 years, ever since. So her, and she points at the rolled up picture, like she was defeated by the Rose Guard, and the town was saved. Well, the town didn't exist yet, but the region was saved.
Was this Balcora? Was she like my companions here, like you, or maybe more akin to someone like me, maybe, but with more, serpent-like qualities?
She dabbled in many different forms of arcane, but honestly, there's not too much known about her. She was pretty secretive about her plans. The one thing that she didn't hide was that she served a god known as Nimbaloth. Not sure how familiar you are with Nimbaloth, but not good news, that's for sure.
Did Nimbaloth, was he? What is he? What type of deity is he?
He's what we refer to as an outer god. I'm sure you're aware of, the River of Souls that one flows through as they pass into the afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's many creatures who stalk those riverbanks looking for souls to consume. There's many dangers that hunt souls as they pass into the afterlife. Nimbaloth is not one. Nimbaloth hunts the hunters. Nimbaloth craves souls that are currently in the process of being devoured by these predators. Nimbaloth is not good news.
So if I'm connecting this correctly, Belcora, when she arrived in Otari 500 years ago, she was, and based on the nursery rhyme that we keep hearing about, she would kill the residents of this town and offer them to Nimbaloth?
Well, this town was only founded after the Rose Guard defeated her and settled down. So when she was alive, there was no town of Otari yet. It kind of rose up out of her ashes. So I think, since the adventurers founded this town, I think they just wanted to keep the legend alive, so to speak, and scare the kids into behaving. It was more of a fairy tale than an actual threat.
Fairy tales, threats, and truth are all come from the same origin. At least, my mother always said that.
She smiles. She looks at you guys and she says, "I like this one."
I do too. Would you be aware of anyone that may, I don't know, happen to idolize Balcora and is maybe currently trying to bring her back?
Certainly no one I've come across here in town. But
perhaps someone a little cold-blooded, maybe scales, forked tongue.
I haven't seen anyone come across my shop like that. I'm sorry. She kind of looks at the paintings you guys have, right? She says, "If you're interested, I would be happy to pay you for those to add them to my collection." You guys brought back 2, right?
Yeah, the second and the fourth painting.
Okay.
The second one was in pretty much perfect condition. I was able to get it out. The fourth one was
kind of torn at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say like for the one that's like perfect, you know, she's willing to offer 10 gold, and for the one that's slightly damaged, she'll offer 8 gold. So it'd be 18 gold if you're interested in selling it to her.
It bears no use to me. Would you guys want it? I look to the rest of the party.
It is quite interesting, but if the group wants coin, I suppose it would not be a bad deal.
She, just to reassure you, Mukta, she does let you know that she's going to keep it here in her shop. She's not planning on offloading it or anything. So if you ever want to return and observe it or check it or look at it, it'll be here at your disposal.
Of course, right.
Unless she manages to, you know, find a more interested buyer. So if not, you guys can trade that for 18 gold. So Wrin, she goes and she kind of like starts getting gold out of her register, you know, and she doesn't have the most money, but she has like coin for stuff like this. Like she can be a kind of like a fence for you guys if you find any interesting stuff in the shop. So as she's kind of giving you the gold, she starts like telling you like, you know, I mentioned the other day about dreams, and I've had strange ones since, you know, the light return. But odd, I had a dream this very afternoon of the lighthouse. And she's like counting coins while she does this and brings it over and kind of hands it to you guys. I dreamt it was merely the head of a larger creature. And as it stood up out of the ground, hidden beneath the swamp, its sickly blue beam bathed our town. But I was powerless to even move. I just stared at this massive thing, and it drew closer to our town. And I could hear the screaming all around me. Screams. And I saw its large foot come down on my very tent. I woke up in a cold sweat. And she kind of trails off a bit as she's like sitting there kind of at the edge of the table. And she says, sorry, it feels like I can still hear the screams. It was a vivid dream. But about that time, you realize you too can hear screams on the wind coming from the south. Faint, but present. And in that moment, Wrin goes pale. You can see her kind of slump forward and catch herself on the table, her teacup dropping to the floor and shattering. Oh dear. Her voice is distant, hard to hear. And she's like, under her breath, she's just kind of saying, something is not right. And in that moment, the fog above your head, because this whole place is like covered in this whole foggy night, begins to shine with a pale blue light that is blinding. You have to shield your eyes to stop it from hurting. And the screams of the town grow louder, with people calling for help. The dead! They're attacking! Shouts a guard as he runs by your street towards the library. Wrin looks up at you all, panicked. To the graveyard, please. What would you guys like to do?
I carry her. Should we go to the graveyard?
Yes. Juno's
Okay.
the way.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to go. She just wants to stay in her tent where she feels safe. But if you force her to come, like you could definitely force her, but she's not coming. She's not trying to come, so to speak.
I'm not gonna force you into doing anything that you don't want to do.
Yep.
Run
So-
to the graveyard.
So Nulara, you know the graveyard pretty well. So as you guys are kind of like rushing up the hill towards the graveyard, you can see like the whole like town, the whole like fog above you has this pale blue glow. But as you're like rushing, you can see very clearly that from the northern distance, like where the Gauntlight keep is, there's like a beam of blue light, very concentrated, aiming towards the town from off in the distance. And
The scary doll was right. It does shoot up beams of ghosts.
I mean,
Just like the story.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So
I started running.
Yeah.
Or run into the fog.
So it's a dim, like with the like beam kind of making this blue light, and the fog and the moon. It's very dimly lit, so it's enough that you guys can see without having a light source.
Ooh.
But for those of you who don't have like dark vision or low light vision, which is actually only Hal, everything is like kind of concealed to you. So anything in this dim light would be like a flat check if you try to like attack him or anything, right? You guys, so what we see is you guys kind of like run up to the top of the graveyard. The camera like pulls out, and you guys can't see this, but you know the audience and the players can. The camera like pans over towards. There's this giant library at the base of the graveyard called the Dawnflower Library that kind of houses like religious artifacts and knowledge and stuff like that. But there is, let me see if I can find it. What we see as the camera kind of pans over is this.
Ooh.
Above the graveyard, above the library, there are just droves and droves of zombies and skeletons and undead animating from the graveyard.
That's actually really cool.
And just flowing over the cliff, and just you watch as like one of the zombies like falls off the cliff, hits the top of the library, and just like splatters itself as it falls over like lifeless. I mean, it was already lifeless, but unmoving to the ground. And it's just a rain of undead slamming into the top of this library building.
Mukta, that looked like you when you jumped off the roof.
The camera pans across the
they're
graveyard,
attacking.
and you can see like the lighthouse has this blue beam just like focusing light like across the graveyard, and as it does, like you see like zombies start clawing their way like out of the ground, and the graveyard is just full of like these undead creatures, which we come across the north end of the graveyard right at the main entrance where our group, you know, appears, and the soil of Otari's graveyard roils and churns in eerie blue light. Oops, let me stop that. Dozens of skeletons and shambling corpses haul themselves free from the ground and rush to the south. Without any hesitation, the walking dead plummet over the cliff's edge to rain down upon the domes of the Dawnflower Library below. And so, as you guys kind of like appear at the graveyard, you can see that like even though most of these undead are like animating and like mindlessly tumbling off the cliff to the south, there's definitely some that are just kind of like milling about. And from where you guys can see, there is like a bunch of like zombies and skeletons currently kind of in your path. So beyond this, like down south a bit, that like blue beam is just kind of going off, like just moving across the graveyard. So what do you guys like to do?
You know who this is a job for. Not us. We should call the Ghostbusters.
How can you see anything?
I agree. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. As you guys were running up towards the graveyard, like some of the town's guard, they had like they were running the opposite direction, and they were kind of like saying like, you know, we're not paid enough for this, and they're like running away. It seems like the town's guard is not like getting involved at all.
Do they look like they're headed to the town?
The guard or the...
No, the zombies.
These ones here are just kind of like mindlessly milling about in this space. To the south, there's more rising, and like south of here is more graveyard, and a little bit deeper in is where that cliff edge is, and they would tumble off towards the library.
Can you not see them? They're right there. And I start pointing.
I had to back out a little bit to get a better perspective. Everything looked large for a second.
Yeah, so, I mean, realistically, like, you guys are pretty, like, you guys haven't really made yourself known yet, so right now the zombies and skeletons don't seem to be aware of you.
So Mukta is on all fours and is going to try to stealthily make his way along this edge towards this, to hide behind this tree.
Okay. why don't you make a stealth roll as an exploration kind of stealth roll as we go into this fight to see if you're able to get into position without being noticed. This fence that goes around the edge is not very tall either. It's like waist high, maybe a little taller, so it's easily hoppable if push comes to shove.
Okay. And are these gravestones high enough that I could hide behind?
Absolutely, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. I'm still going to try to hide behind the tree first
Sure.
to go along the edge.
Yeah. So Mukta begins to slip away to put himself into position. What do the rest of you guys like to do?
I would like to hold my action to, well, that one's a free action. Hold my action to play Inspire Competence.
Okay. Yeah, I mean we're not in like combat.
Inspire Courage.
But you could.
Excuse me.
I guess you could. How long does it last? Like a minute or something?
It depends on my
Depends on your roll.
composition performance
Right.
check. Yeah, 1 round
Yeah.
to 4 rounds.
So do you want to like play it right before combat starts?
Yes, if it
Like
starts.
basically
Yes.
kick off combat because you guys get the drop here, right? So I don't think the zombies. You can go ahead and move yourself behind the tree, Mukta. Like
Okay.
the zombies and stuff, they're completely unaware of you guys. I think if you start playing music like inspiring courage, it's gonna definitely draw their attention.
Is this a rock wall or what is this gate area that we just walked in?
That is like an iron fence that kind of surrounds the graveyard. So it goes along like the north end and then wraps around the west side. And there's like this big gate that you guys kind of came through. And then to the right of you, there's this little piece of fence. And then there's just a fall off where there's a cliff that tumbles down towards Otari. So you guys are really high above the city right now. So it sounds like Hal's about to inspire to kick off this thing and draw the attention. Does New Lara and Clovis, is there anything you guys would like to do to prep for this?
Actually, what I want to do is hang on.
Is that an area effect thing? Hal?
It's my martial.
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
So I wouldn't get it then.
Right.
Okay, I'll just I'll get in deeper. I'll get in 20 feet deeper.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll tell the guards, hurry up, while they run away, and then just stand on defense with my shield up, making sure that that they get to exit out as safely as they could.
Okay. Clovis?
Just gonna hold my ground where I'm at.
Okay. Perfect. So Hal, why don't you start it off with this Inspire Courage
Get on
roll?
the corner of the wall here.
Sure. Yeah. If you like press, if like you duck down and stuff, like you could definitely use that for cover and visible. So you can give us the Inspire Courage roll performance check, and we will start initiative or combat. So I'm going to create an encounter. You guys can add yourselves to it.
All right.
All right, I will do a performance check with my
Yep.
lingering composition.
So throughout the foggy, glowing blue night, 13 is a... Oh, no, that was closest initiative. Never mind.
Yeah, Jesus. It's just critically fell on initiative. I'm in trouble.
There you go, 21. So that's a success. So that means the composition lasts for 3 rounds. So those of you who are near Hal, so that's Clovis, New Lara, and Mushi, you guys can toggle on your Inspire Courage because you are inspired. That's the little music symbol on your token if you right click it. You roll for these. Look down, New Lara. Yeah, so
What does mine say expired?
It'll yeah, you're talking about like the effects because it doesn't track the time properly
Okay.
currently.
So it's in the effects, Steve?
No. So for the Inspire Courage, if you right click your token, there's like a little music symbol that toggles it on and off.
I'm right clicking. I don't see.
You don't see it on yours?
No. So as I right click, I just get the sign status effect, toggle combat state. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
Now you see it. Toggle Inspire
Right in
Courage.
front of my face. I was looking inside to find it. Yep. Okay. So it's on.
Okay.
I wonder what the animation for a natural one is.
Depends on what you program it to be. Okay. So
That should be a 17. I didn't toggle my guy.
Yeah, I updated you to 17.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so top of the round, Mukta, you're hidden behind a tree.
So all enemies currently to me are flat-footed.
Yes.
All right. So I am on all fours. Oh, come on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So yeah, so if you run out like that, right, by the time your move ends, they won't be flat-footed anymore because you're not hidden. They're not.
They
hidden.
are all flat-footed the first round of combat because I
Oh.
rolled stealth for my initiative.
You are correct. That is that a rogue ability or like a feat you have?
It is a rogue thing. It's a surprise attack.
Very awesome. Okay.
So you spring into combat faster than foes can react. On the first
Yeah.
round of combat, if you roll deception or stealth for initiative, creatures that haven't acted are flat-footed to you,
Absolutely.
Nice.
which is why I hid there.
Yeah. No, that works for sure.
I run out on all fours on all four of my feet and hands. I spring up next to this foul skeleton, quick draw my rapier, and attack in one action.
Yes, you do.
All right.
Something's
Wow.
lying in my.
7. Terrible.
It is pretty terrible. Don't forget you all
Oh,
start
it's so
with a hero
cool.
point.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna use it.
Start off strong.
Yep, I'm already gonna use it.
I'm not sure. Let me refresh my browser real quick because something.
+5? Is that all I get? Hold on.
Oh, you know what you probably didn't do was we gotta fix that item to B from that rapier group that we added to your character sheet.
Okay. I think it didn't add my proficiency or something.
No, yeah, I don't think it added your proficiency. So let me see. So on your
Either way, I don't think it would have hit if I added what's my proficiency right now?
yeah, it missed. It would have missed regardless.
Okay.
Let me fix that
Hero
though.
point.
Category is rapier. So now I fixed it so it'll add it in the future.
Okay. Let me re-get my guy just in case. So hero point, I'm attacking again.
Do it.
Hey!
That's a
Is it
critical
a
hit.
crit? Nice.
That's a good
cool.
hero point spent.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, see, it added your
So-
+4 for being trained this time, so that's good.
Critical.
Oof, nice.
Well,
Nice.
24 points of damage.
He's dead again.
Oh yeah. It is. So this is. Let me see. They changed the. Okay, so this is piercing damage. So it is resistant to your pierce on its bony sort of things, but even resisting 5, it still takes 19 points of damage, which is enough to completely reduce it to just a pile of bone.
Nice.
Nice.
So this one is dead.
I'm going to do I want to? Yeah, I might as well. Hold on, let me measure something real quick. 20 feet. So I'm going to move there.
Okay.
Well, I guess no, I don't see it now. And I'm gonna hide.
That was already your third action though, right? Move,
Uh,
attack, move.
Oh yeah, sorry, that would be my third action. Yep.
So you break line of sight with the zombie at least.
Yes.
But you
yes.
don't have the ability to
I don't
hide.
have to hide, yeah.
You still want to
Dexterity.
go there even though you can't hide?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Okay, perfect. Go ahead. Up next will be Hal.
All right, let me end my turn.
All right. What's the distance on demoralize?
Nice.
I'm not
30
sure.
feet. 30 feet.
30 feet.
30 feet.
Mm-hmm. That you see.
Yeah. Well, hell. Where's this guy?
Hills bells.
Um,
Singing music band.
can I instead move down the initiative list?
Yeah, you want to just delay?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, we'll delay. You let me know when you want to jump in after someone's turn.
Okay, thank you.
New Lara.
Okay, so they're all pretty far away from me at the moment. So I'm just gonna use for my first action. I'm going to. Sorry, what's my movement speed again? 25. Okay, I'm gonna use 25 feet of my movement to get as
Okay.
far as I can.
Okay.
Oh wait, hang on, it's not moving. So that would be here, and then I am going to. I didn't say it earlier.
What?
That I pulled out like my trident. No, it's
Oh,
okay.
I'm sure you got battle ready.
Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'll just use my second action to stride in closer to this zombie right here.
Okay.
And then, oof, tricky. I want to get flanked. Being eye to eye with it, I will try and demoralize it with my intimidating glare.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now,
Using my skill.
do you have the
his,
thing? Do you have the thing that they don't have to understand you?
Yes, the intimidating glare.
Nice. It's just a glare. Like, okay.
Yes.
So make that intimidate check.
Okay. Against his will DC.
Okay. His will DC is a 12.
Intimidation.
That's a critical success.
So he's frightened too.
Wait, so let's keep a track of this, all right? So you've punched a ghost and given the zombie the evil eye.
The stink eye.
I am Loki undead, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. So he is
That
frightened
is
too.
awesome.
So his AC is also -2. And it can stack up with
Yeah.
the flat-footed condition. Wink, wink, Mukta.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. All right. That was all 3 actions, right?
Yes, that's it for the for my turn.
Did you want to go now, Hal?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
No thanks, not yet.
Yep. So this skeleton, like, you charge forward and glare at the zombie. So the skeleton, he doesn't have any weapons or anything. He's just clawed his way out of the grave, right? So all he has is his bony sort of hands. So let's see. His movement speed is 25. So he's going to. Oops. He has 25 feet of movement, which is enough to shamble towards you, Nulara.
I knew it. It's fine. Okay.
And then he uses his claw to strike at you.
Okay.
That's a 22.
Hits.
I guess I should have targeted you, but it does hit.
Uh-huh.
So he slashes at you with his claw, and you take 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then he does a second claw slash at you, and rolls a 10, which is a fail.
He tried.
He tried, and the other skeleton is dead. All right, Clovis, or actually Hal can jump in if you want, or you want to delay even after Clovis.
I'll wait till the end.
Okay. Clovis.
Okay, this one here. Let me target it. Okay. I am going to cast Ray of Frost.
Okay. Is that a save or an attack roll? It's an attack roll. Awesome. It is frightened, so it makes it easier to hit.
Yes, -2.
17 is a hit.
Nice.
It is not a crit, unfortunately.
So close to a 20.
Oh, freaking 1.
Yep, but you got the +4, so that's 5 points of damage. They are not resistant or anything that, so he takes the 5 points of damage.
Nice.
Still looking pretty solid though. He's a pretty big beefy dude.
Okay, so I'm gonna take second attack at him.
Because Ray Frost is 2 actions.
Oh, it is 2 actions. Okay, so
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, cast time 2.
Yeah, I forgot to look at that.
Rick, does your Inspire Courage give bonus damage to spell attacks too?
I think it just says damage. I will pop it in the chat.
It should, right? Because I'm guessing it didn't get added to that. He should.
Oh, I didn't get added to my roll.
I don't
my
think
attack roll,
so.
Or my damage roll.
Because
No,
your
they just
wisdom.
got +4.
Yeah, because you only got +4. It should be all damage, so I'm gonna add another damage.
Yes, it is.
I don't know why it didn't, because you have the Inspire Courage effect. Maybe it got broken in the last update. I'll have to check that. But okay.
Could be.
So what'd you do with your last action? You moved away?
Yeah, move back a little bit.
Okay. Oops. The zombie gets to go next. So the zombie like here in this grave sees like the nice, easy, juicy target. Has a movement speed of 25, surprisingly. So so it is able to shamble up onto the behind you using one of its actions.
Mm-hmm.
And then that puts you at flat-footed because it is flanking you with the other one.
Yes, sir.
So it will, from behind, as you start to get swarmed with zombies, it is going to take a strike at you with its second action. That's a 24.
Hits, but not a critical.
Hit, but not a crit. Okay. So this is bludgeoning damage as it like just slams into you, and you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
But that was its second action, and it only gets 2 actions.
Oh. Ooh.
The other one also is going to use its abilities on you, so it tries to strike you with its fist. Oh man, 24.
Hits.
They're rolling pretty dang good. So that's 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
It's okay, they're gonna die soon.
And then wait. Oh yeah, that's with the -2 frightened condition too. Okay, I see. And then his second attack is actually I take after he like fists like wait. Yeah, so he hits you with the strike, right? And with his second action, instead of taking another attack, what he does is they have this ability called grab. So if he hits you with the strike, his second action can be a grab. So he hits you, and then now he's grabbed you.
Oh, okay.
So you're now grappled with the arms of this this zombie. But that's the second action. He doesn't get to do anything else.
The one in front of me or the one behind?
Yeah, the one that you frightened.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, and I think his frightened condition goes down by 1 at the end of his turn.
Yes.
And that takes us to Hal.
All right. Gonna move up here. One action to stride.
Okay.
Can't get to these guys.
Don't forget they're also in dim light to you, so if you do anything against them, it's like a DC 5 flat check, I think.
Gotcha.
Because they have the concealed condition, which we did learn in a previous game about. DC 5 flat check, yeah.
I'm gonna try to do electric arc on this guy here.
Very cool.
So I'll roll my flat check.
Yep.
D20 roll, right?
Yep. Just got to roll 5 or higher on a D20. Yep. No problem. You hit your target.
DC 18 reflex save.
Reflex save. It's okay. Can you pop the spell in chat so I can just click the button?
Yes. Where is
cast.
cast? There's no cast on this.
Let's see. Hey, that's weird. Where is it? I guess you can just pop it in chat, right? Is there a way to pop it in chat?
No.
If you
What
just
the-
click the icon, it'll go into chat. I don't know.
No,
Is
it
that
doesn't.
weird?
Yeah, because it's. Huh. Is electric arc? How did you get that spell?
That was my my off class or off
Right. I think
class
what we need to do. I dragged it down to your spontaneous occult spells instead of the arcane ones because it's an occult spell for you, and you can click the icon and cast it from there.
Gotcha. There you go.
That was weird because it knew you weren't able to cast arcane spells or something. I don't know. That was weird. Okay.
Pretty cool.
DC 18 reflex save.
Oh, nice.
That's a critical
It's
fail.
an AoE. Oh no.
Oh, neat.
Oh no. Oh yes. Oh yes.
So
So he takes double damage.
damage
Nice.
status bonus +1 for my song.
Mm-hmm.
That's terrible. So that is
But that didn't double it for the crit, right?
no. But there was no crit.
It's a basic reflex save, so if you critically fail a basic save, then it's a crit
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's a basic save.
Yeah, there was no crit button to push.
Interesting. Okay, so it takes. Let's see, is there an option to apply double damage? Yeah, there is. Boom. 12 points of
Nice.
lightning damage and bloodies as it like rips through the zombie. Did it actually arc?
I think I can do 1 or 2 targets within 30 feet, but the other guys are not within 30 feet of me.
Oh, I see. You're just out of range for it to arc. Oh, that sucks.
5 feet too. That's suck.
Next turn.
Yep.
All
I'm
right.
seeing that I got +1 for competence, 1 on the dice, +4 for my modifier. I think that's right.
Yeah, that seems right. All right, top of the
And
round,
that's
Mukta.
the end of my turn.
All right. Let's see. Move 15 feet. 20 feet. And strike with my rapier.
Go for it. It is flat-footed because of the flanking.
Yep.
It also has the frightened condition, which stacks.
Oh my god.
Still a hit.
Yes.
Thanks.
Nice.
Thanks
Sucks.
thanks to the flat-footed and the frightened condition.
All right.
Okay. So it's 11, but it actually no. This one is not a skeleton. This is you're doing piercing damage, right?
Yes.
Yes. It just takes the full 11 then.
Nice.
Okay. So you stab through it. It's still standing, but it's definitely bloodied.
I will take another attack.
Okay.
Yes, you will.
-5 penalty on this one, but it looks like a fairly easy to hit target, right?
Yep.
Nice.
You didn't roll with the -4 MAP
Oh yeah,
or whatever,
it's minus,
but
it's minus that.
it's still
yeah.
a hit. It's still a hit. So
I
18.
forgot that you can add it there. All right, I forgot to target. My bad.
It's cool. 10 is enough to finish off that zombie. So
Nice.
2 quick stabs, like, and then Nulara watches as the one that was like grabbing her and getting ready to like with its like sharp teeth dig in and bite her in the neck. It's completely just run through from behind.
And this is against everything in my nature, but Mukta will run over here.
I don't think you have any more actions.
Oh, that's right. 1 move and 2 actions. You're right.
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah. So but you do get the killing blow at least.
Nice. On both of them.
Yeah, that's true. Nulara.
I would like to try and escape the grapple.
Well, he killed the one that grappled you, so it's not actually.
Oh, it was
you.
him. Oh, right. Never mind. Okay.
It was about to, and then he runs it through, and it goes limp as it like tumbles to the ground, right?
Okay.
Mukta
Perfect.
looks back toward the tree where he came from, and like, I really want to hide. Your turn.
Oh, thank you. Don't worry. I'll try and kill this one. So, with this zombie right here, and my Morning Star, I would like to use a power attack to kill it.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Power attack that
Kill it.
morning.
Oh
Ooh,
no,
a
hero
natural
point.
one.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Let's use that hero point.
Right away.
Do it.
Negate that natural 1.
24.
That's a
Yes.
crit.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice.
Another
Okay.
good hero point spent.
Okay, so I said my Morning Star, right? So that would be 22 points? Oh my god.
Bludgeoning.
Holy
too.
22
Bludgeoning.
bludgeoning. Yeah, it is not resistant or weak or anything. It just takes the full 22, and you just like there's like a mist of like sinew and like ichor where this zombie is just like completely shredded into pieces. Just the impact, like an exploding watermelon. And it's
Oh,
dead.
thank you for killing that zombie. And then for my third action, I'm gonna raise my shield.
Oh, very yeah, that's right. Yeah, raise that shield. Awesome. That's your turn, right?
Yes.
All right, the one remaining enemy is the skeleton, so it does what skeletons do, and it tries to claw at you. Yeah, it's just gonna it's mindless. So it claws at you. That's a natural 1. That's a terrible hit. Second one is a 5. Nope. Third one is a 12, and that's a nope. So all 3 just clatter. You just like impose your shield up, and it's so weak it can't get near you. Clovis.
Okay. I am gonna do Ray of Frost again.
Go for it. Oh yeah, you got massive range on that.
Come on.
Oh,
11's a miss.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do the same as everybody else. Then I'm gonna do hero
Yes.
Hero point.
Let's see if we can go 3 for 3 on. good
Let's
hero
go.
points. Or am I gonna screw this up?
Nah. Yes.
That's a
nice.
critical hit, actually.
Nice.
Nice. Is there a way to do damage for critical hit? Or
No, because on spells it doesn't. So just roll the damage, and then I can apply double damage. So it's actually
Just the rate
9,
of
not
drop.
8, right?
Yep.
And you also take a 10-foot status penalty to speed.
He would if he was not completely just shattered into a pile of bones and destroyed.
Hooray.
The pile of bones takes a status penalty.
Yes.
We're so
It-
good, guys.
The pile of bones is like frozen over. So yeah, you come in here, you kick ass, you immediately like tear down all these undead, and you're successful in defeating them. So let me just say, you guys get your experience. So you all get 60 experience for that fight.
Woo.
And then there's a moment to catch your breath, right? But you look south and you can see that like beam is still kind of going across the fields, and there's another group of zombies and skeletons a little further south, right close to the edge where everyone else is jumping off, and they're just kind of stuck around. And Nulara, you recognize this sort of, there's a mausoleum just near where all these people are, and it's kind of where
Oh,
you've been
no.
using it as your base of operations.
You have
So
to
if you have
do
anything-
something about it.
Yeah, if you have anything
I would
quick,
like to do. lay on hands on Nulara. So one action.
Yeah, let's do it. We're out of combat at exploration activity, so you can do
So
it.
you
How does
get-
that work?
Your hands become infused with positive energy, healing a living creature or damaging an undead with a touch. If you lay on hands with a willing creature, it is restore 6 hit points.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. You can pop that in chat, right? And then she should be able to apply the healing through the spell effect.
Heal.
Oh, you can even hurt undead with it. That's cool. So click that healing, and then you can apply it to, I guess it's just flat, right?
Yeah, it's just 6.
If you click it, does it work? Yeah. So you should be able to apply that like healing. There's like an effect for apply full healing to the token. You can add that to your token, Nular. So there's not even really much of a moment to catch your breath, right? Because there's still like more undead going on. So like I think what happens is the characters like rush south towards like the last group of undead, and that's when we're gonna go to our break because it is 8:35.
Right.
So let's
Right.
let's take our break, and we'll come back right in the midst of it as the crew is running to the next group of undead stragglers hanging in the graveyard, right near Nulara's secret home. Weird. So-
Weird.
Yeah, weird, right? Remember Nulara swore that there was no undead in this graveyard.
Mhm.
Yep.
Right after she comes back too.
I mean, there wasn't any.
There didn't used to be. So yeah, 10 minutes. It's 8:35. Let's come back at 8:45. If you're at home, don't go anywhere. We're right back on the Abomination Vaults. All right, welcome back from our quick break. You guys just got a quick mental break as you kick these undead's butt, but we're rushing from that fight to the next one because the blue glow is close to here, and we're really close to this ledge that the zombies are jumping off of, and there seems to be only a handful left that are milling about that haven't. It almost seems like it's calmed down a bit. Most of the undead have already risen and jumped to their death, and only a handful are still milling about here. So these 4 in this scene that you can see would be like the last 4 undead standing.
What
So
is
similar
happening?
to before, they haven't noticed you yet. So we're in exploration phase technically still, and you guys can approach this however you'd like.
So we can't see them, right, on the map?
Oh, sorry. I forgot to move you guys to the new map. Let me activate it. Good call.
New maps.
What are they doing just jumping off the cliff like that?
Yeah, you guys for the first time can see some of the last bits just like falling off the cliff.
It is quite a thrill, let me tell you.
So they were woken up, they were raised from the dead just so that they could try and die again? It's so weird.
Shall we go left or right first?
I keep looking at Mukta's token going, it's right behind us.
Right. Let's go right.
Stage right or screen right?
Stage right, stage right. I'm
Stage
gonna
right.
be scouting for my exploration
So that's
activity too.
stage right is this way.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. Just making sure we're on the same page.
Okay. I was on the wrong page.
My Inspire Courage is 60 feet.
Oh, it's 60 feet. Good to know.
Yeah.
So, Mukta, do you want to do the stealth into position again?
I do.
So go ahead and do that. Hal's going to get a little closer to get you within a 60-foot range before the combat starts, I believe.
Yes, I am.
Assuming Mukta doesn't, draw notice here. So
I'm gonna move there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let
make
me
that
see.
stealth roll.
I'd probably go here. But let me move there first because I'm moving no matter what.
Yep.
Oh wait, I can't move.
You can position yourself where you want to be. That's fine. Oh, sneaky as all hell. Yeah, you move across this
Whoa.
dark, silent with like using cover, and you get in a position without anyone noticing you, and you can use stealth to start combat.
Excellent.
And then like same with you guys, right? Like, what would you guys like to do? I know Hal's getting ready to like kick us off with a musical riff.
I am
And-
scouting.
You're doing the scouting, so it's going to give everyone +1 initiative, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And okay, let's go ahead and let's kick it off with that performance check from Hal.
All right, here we go.
You still have focus points, right? You have one more focus point.
One more. Yep.
Okay. So you got 3 focus points. You didn't even need to refocus between all these performance checks.
What kind of bonus is the +1? Is it a circumstance?
It is you mean for scouting?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not even applicable to this. Here we go.
It's not, but we should look it up.
14.
14 is, I'm pretty sure that's a failure at this level. So that means it doesn't use up your focus point, right?
Right.
Okay. So
Is this my mausoleum? Sorry.
Yes, it is actually. Okay, let's start this encounter. Everyone, go ahead and roll initiative. If it matters, you get +1. I can modify it based on New Lara. And got 3 skeletons and 2 zombies, or 1 zombie and 3 skeletons. A self-centered skeleton and a scarred zombie. They rolled pretty low.
Oh, I didn't click combat. Sorry.
Was that 26 your?
Yeah.
So I'll just edit it to be.
Whoa.
Whoa.
26 plus 1 for my scout.
Got it. I was going to put you at the 26 because it's not going to matter versus the zombies. And
True.
then I'll have to add it to Hal because he got 27 +1. Okay, so you try to do the inspire courage, you get like a frog in your throat that doesn't actually inspire any courage to everyone, but you've like suddenly like, you know, all eyes on all these and then turn in your guys' direction, and we're starting combat. Hal, you're up first.
Perhaps you did not like that one John Tesh song that I just played. I will play another John Tesh song. Perhaps you will like this one more. And I want to do the same thing.
Yep. So do that performance check again. Linger composition for a performance. Inspire. 16 is a success.
All right. And then I will use Inspire Courage.
Yep.
Cast. So everybody should get it.
Yep.
Regular success is 3 rounds.
Yep. So for the next 3 rounds of combat. Okay. And that was one
action?
Yep.
Yes.
What is it again?
Inspire card. If you if on your token, if you just right click, there's like a little music symbol in the bottom right. If you toggle that on, it should automatically apply, but it wasn't on Clovis, so I'm not sure.
Yep. Okay.
And what would I do? I would probably just move away. Well, I will move up here. Go get him.
Okay. Is that it?
That is the end of my turn. I will click end turn.
Perfect. New Lara.
I'll turn to Hal and be like, if it gets too bad, just get inside this mausoleum to your left, and then I'll move.
Okay.
I'll use 2 of my stride actions to get to this zombie right here.
Okay. It's a skeleton, but I get the.
Sorry, a skeleton.
You like
skeleton.
run towards a zombie, and then as you get close, you realize there's
Oh, no,
less
it's a
flesh than you
skeleton.
thought. It's just
And
bones.
then for my third action, I'm going to raise my shield.
Okay. You are raising your shield.
Yes, sir. That's the end of my turn.
Make sure to toggle that raise shield macro on your token. Mukta.
All right. I will move out. Let's see. What would be the most direct path? 15. I'll move 50. Guess I don't know where they are.
You saw where they were before you hid, right?
Yeah.
They're down just behind the tree.
Alright. Okay. So
Nina, there should be a macro, not just like the raise shield action, but there should be a macro that we created that toggles the raising shield on your token.
I can't find it.
Okay.
all
That's
right,
fine. We'll find
and
out.
I'm going to attack with my rapier.
It is flat-footed
Yes,
against you.
Will.
Do I put on that martial aura?
You
I
can,
don't know
but
what that does.
it's only going to matter if you have to make a save against fear, and you already have the same bonus from Inspire Courage, so I wouldn't even worry
Okay.
about it.
All right. Let me attack.
But- As you enter the aura, yeah, you would have that Inspire Courage effect, at least. 21 is a hit.
Nice.
All right. I always forget the target.
Okay, so it's 11 points of damage, but it is resistant to your stabby stabs with your piercing damage with the rapier because it's just bones. But it's still enough damage to collapse the bones into a pile and
Oh, nice.
kill that skeleton. It took
All right.
6 points of damage, and that was enough to kill it.
He's just out of range. Damn.
To do what?
Throw my dagger.
Well, I think the range is like 20, right?
Yeah.
But you can throw it beyond the 20. It's just increments of 20. So if you throw it 20 more up to 40, it just has a -2 penalty to the roll, but you can still do it. So it says.
But
I
I'm
think it
already
says,
at
like-
a -5.
That's true. Well, for -4 because it's agile, right? So it'd be a -6 total.
Mhm. But he's flat-footed because he hasn't acted yet.
That's true.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it. Why not?
Yeah,
Do
let's
it.
Do it.
So
Do
you
it.
see Mukta deftly and quickly pull out his dagger and in the same motion, throw it at the skeleton.
Okay.
Circumstance modifier -6.
Yes.
Okay.
Depending on how you're rolling it, but yeah.
All right. All right.
No.
Yeah, it's a miss. Your dagger. Oh my god. Luckily he's not close enough to the edge of the cliff that it sails off and is lost. So it just lands like in the mud behind him.
Yeah, that's already with the -6. So
Yes. Yes.
okay. All right. Well, it was worth a try. That's my turn.
Okay. Perfect. Clovis.
Alrighty. Target. This one here. Okay. I will do my Ray of Frost.
On to who?
One I got targeted right here.
Oh, I see. Mine was zoomed out too far. Yeah. So they go right and you go left.
I'm shooting left. I'm gonna go.
That's a hit.
Whoa. Hey, max damage.
All right. Technically one more, right? Because we
Yeah,
said it wasn't
9.
actually applying your thing. So you blast him and he goes to looking pretty injured, not quite bloodied, but 9 points of cold damage to that zombie.
take my third action and move away over here.
Okay.
Now, how does it work with my familiar? Would he just follow me, or do I have to actually move him?
So he is a minion. So I think unless if you want him to take actions, you got to spend an action to command him.
Yep.
And then when he does, he
he's
gets
just
2.
gonna follow me.
Yeah. So otherwise, he doesn't move at all. I don't think.
He just stays there. Okay.
Yeah, unless he has. I think there's a trait you can give him, which is like independent, which he gets 1 even if you don't command him.
Okay.
But in this case,
I
he
know
just
he
stands
can-
for you.
I know he can fly, so.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to be with you if you want him just flying above or staying behind. It's up to
Yeah.
you.
I'd just say he's flying up 30 feet up out of the area, out of the way.
Yep. Okay. Zombies. So zombie shuffles 25 feet this way, and then second action shambles 25 more feet, kind of homing in towards Al and Clovis's direction. He kind of looks like he's focused on Clovis, but he's kind of going near Hal. But he only gets 2 actions, and that's the end of his turn. All right, this mindless skeleton shambles up with 1 action against New Lara and takes his claw attack. Now they've been rolling really well
block it with
so
my
far.
shield.
Natural 1.
Nice.
Okay.
Again, you're like imposing the shield and just holding it back, and it looks comical. But he gets a second strike with his last action. 14 is still not going to hit. Okay, and then this skeleton. Oop. Oh. 25 feet. 25 feet. 25 feet. So it moves 3 actions closer to the action, and you watch as it starts bearing down on you, Hal, but it can't quite reach you. And also, right around now, that giant blue beam kind of sweeps in your guys' general direction, and you can see it up here in the top of the map. The focus beam almost like seems to be coming towards you guys right now.
What does that mean?
Hal.
Okay, Hal's gonna move, stride.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot it's.
Yeah, diagonals cost extra.
I'm just gonna go straight down.
Okay.
5.
Yeah, I have the mod that like puts the X where you started your turn, so you can always see where you started, which is cool.
Yeah, that is very cool. 1, 2, 3. That's my turn.
Yep, Hal runs away. He's like, I'm not gonna get stuck with the undead this time. New Lara.
I'm actually going to. You know what? For my first action, I'm gonna hit this self-centered skeleton with my Morning Star.
Okay.
No power attacks, so that would be. Oh boy, 17 to hit.
17 does hit.
Nice. He
It
will
is.
take. Oh my Lanta, 6 points of damage.
6 points of bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning
So
damage.
that's important because, is it bludgeoning or piercing? I guess you would do bludgeoning if you had the choice, because you already noticed that piercing doesn't do very well against it. So you crash into it with the Morning Star, and the 6 points of bludgeoning damage is enough to overcome because it doesn't have resistance to bludgeoning, and it too drops dead. With 6 points of damage. I think there was like an issue with the system, like if a weapon has like versatile damage types, it was taking the wrong one by default, I think.
Oh,
So I think
what?
a Morning Star does piercing normally. Nope, it does bludgeoning and versatile piercing, so they fixed that. Okay. You used to do piercing by default and they fixed it. So that's good. Good job, Pathfinder devs.
Nice. And then I'll use my second action to stride over here, and then for my third action, I'm going to raise my shield.
Okay. I'll pop
That's
that
the end of my
macro for you.
turn.
Okay, Mukta.
I am going to. Let's see. I'm holding my rapier, right?
You are.
Let's see.
Rapier in one hand, the other hand through the dagger.
Yeah. 75. So 60. There's not much I can do. I'm going to run. Spend
Okay.
all 3 actions to run. Oh, didn't do it.
Yep.
There. And that's my turn.
Just moved to run in to get some cover. Awesome. Clovis. You there, Mike?
Yep.
Got it.
Sorry. Just 30 feet. So let me target this guy here. And I
Okay.
am going to acid splash it.
Okay. So 26 is a critical hit. So it's 1d6 plus 1 acid damage. So go ahead and roll the damage on that. So that's 7 points of acid damage. And
Wait, so the point from Hal, or did I lose that?
no, you do actually. Yeah. So that's one more.
D8.
Yep. Still standing barely, but on a crit, it says it gets 1 persistent acid damage. So the critical splash is so hard that its flesh is still like tingling and bubbling with like the acid, and it's continuing to burn away. So it takes 1 persistent damage at the end of each of its turn until it puts it out. If it tries to put it out.
Nice.
And then it splashes to what? Just 1 around it. So it's a little bit too far to splash to the skeleton.
Okay. And I will move on my last action. Okay.
Okay. The zombie, who is, pretty dumb, doesn't seem to be aware of what's burning it, so it doesn't even try to put it out. It just stumbles towards you with 1 movement, stumbles towards you with the second movement, which does close the distance. It only has 2 actions because it is slowed, so it doesn't get a 3rd action. And at the end of its turn, the acid eats away at it for 1 point of persistent damage. And now it needs to make a flat check, I think, to see if the persistent damage goes away, and I don't think it does. Okay. The skeleton comes 1 stride to move next to you, Nulara. You did
Okay.
raise your shield.
Yes.
And it claws at you.
I'll block it with my shield. Oh,
These ones are not as tough as the ones before. So that's the first attack. And for its second attack, again, it looks like an adult holding a kid at arm's length while they swing. Not even close. And at the end of that turn, the light draws closer.
what does that do? Would that make
It's-
them more powerful?
So,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah, I don't think
So-
I want to find out.
Mukta, you're on the backside of this building between the things, so luckily the light is not touching you. You just see it kind of going over the top
Oh,
of your
no.
head, and it's kind of creating a shadow where you are, right? So you're in the shadow around it. Whether or not that means anything, I don't know, but it's not touching your skin because the building's blocking it.
Okay.
Just
Sure.
saying. How?
That doesn't seem ominous at all.
I know, right? Would it be metagaming for me to just hide?
No.
Okay.
I want to move up 1 and then do a electric arc on these guys.
Nice.
DC 18.
Perfect. Yeah, put that in chat. So just to clarify for the chat who was asking, the lighthouse is doing this like very there's like this whole blue glow from the light in the fog, but there's a very focused ring of light that seems to be a focused beam that is originating from who knows where, but it's sweeping across the graveyard, and it seems to have like started coming towards the PC. So that's what this blue light currently is. Okay, so it hits both of them, right?
Yes.
Okay. They both fail.
Nice.
Okay, so that's 6 points of
6.
electricity to the zombie. The zombie takes the full 6. So you watch as the zombie, like it's like the lightning forks through the zombie, chars it, and it like slumps dead at your feet. Clovis. Okay.
Yay, the other guy died too. Yay.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it applied to both.
Nilara's gone.
It actually does deal 6 damage to that.
I'm dead.
It does deal the 6 damage, which is good. The only thing is, this skeleton is resistant 5 to electricity.
Oh.
So it only takes 1 damage instead of 6.
Oh, where'd he
So
go?
it's actually still alive.
Oh, there he is.
Okay. Oh, everything started lagging on my client for some reason. It was weird. Okay, but it does zap the lightning, and it like kills the zombie, takes full damage. The skeleton seems resistant to the electricity, so you've learned something.
Mm-hmm.
Lowe's over there just punching the air.
I'm punching in case there was a ghost. I wanted to be like Laura.
Let's see, why is my client lagging? I don't know why it's lagging. Okay, new Lara, it is your turn.
All right. Hitting the zombie with my Morning Star for my first action.
Sure. Technically, again, it's a skeleton, but
Skeleton. Sorry,
that's a
skeleton.
critical hit.
Yes, it will die.
Yeah.
6. Wait, what?
I don't think you rolled the critical damage. It would actually be 12. But either way, dead.
Okay, and then, unsure about this blue light, I am going to hide under the tree.
Right, I'm gonna end.
Hoping.
I'm gonna end combat just momentarily because combat is over. Oops. But like, yeah. Before I forget, just to calculate your experience points. Another 60 experience for this fight.
Ooh.
And so you slash the skeleton, sorry, and then you start like rushing back to kind of hide from this approaching light.
I don't know what it is.
And what is everyone else doing as the light sort of starts coming your guys' direction?
I look at Nilara. Does this happen every night you come down here and you hide under the tree? I would hide with you.
I don't know. I've never seen it. This is the first time.
And as you speak, right, the light's just creeping closer and closer to everyone. What are you doing, Mukta? What are you doing, Clovis?
I'm stepping the opposite way from the light.
What is happening? Are we gonna burn?
I'm trying to run away from the light.
Yeah, it slowly drives. So like it kind of drifts over where you guys are. And you're kind of hidden behind the light, the tree, right? So you're not in direct beam light, but it does have this huge angle. And so Clovis, for a moment, you try to stay out of the edge of this thing, but it touches you, and as it does, you feel a cold wash over your body and goosebumps raise on your flesh, almost as if like something is there, something is present with you, like a cold air, almost like a spirit, and you have the crazy sensation that you're being watched, and you like cut out of the way. And it doesn't do any damage to you, but it just raises your skin into goosebump. And you manage to get away from it. And so
Very creepy.
Yeah. So what happens is, where is it? So you kind of watch as the light comes to a stop right at the tree where Nulara and Hal are currently hiding behind. And it like stops and it centers on them. And Mukta's running that way, and Clovis is running that way. And there's like a bright flash that is actually it's even brighter than this normal beam, right? It's almost like it concentrates, almost I guess like a laser beam, and you see it flash before your eyes, and it hits the fog, and it's like, you know, blinding, like it's doing high beams in the fog, and it blinds everyone around, and your eyes like hurt, and then in an instant the light is gone. It's just gone. And the where the beam was focused, right behind like Nulara and Hal, suddenly you see and hear, probably hear more than anything because it's right behind you, a weird large creature, like a spider-like creature, appears in the graveyard behind you. So let me see if I can share this handout.
Oh no, Hal.
Spiders and snakes.
For some reason, I don't know how to share the token very easily, but anyways, you can see the token at least. It looks like a large creature, like a large spider, medium size. It's covered in some kind of like slick oil, and it just has like the stench of like oil on it, and it roars in anger as it begins to like lash out at you guys. So I need everyone to roll initiative again from where you ended last turn. I will say, Mukta, you can do stealth because you did opt to run away and hide when the light was coming. So that works for me. Everyone else is going to do
Perception.
I mean, if Nulara and Hal want to use stealth because you were hiding behind the tree, that's fine. You're gonna give me Clovis is gonna definitely give me a
Perception.
Perception, yeah. Okay, so go ahead and add yourself on the initiative tracker. Make your roll.
It's so funny how there's always like an adjective for these monsters.
That's one of the mods, right? When you drag a token, it gives it an adjective just to separate it. So if you have multiple tokens, you can tell them apart. But yeah,
I see.
talkative Scalander. All right.
I roll. Okay, I did.
So, Clovis, you are the first to react. This creature appears right where the beam was between you guys, kind of in the middle of this graveyard, and it looks really intensely focused on everyone around. You can't tell if he's coming at you or Nulara. It seems to be just kind of like appeared in the middle, so you haven't even had a moment to figure it out. What would you like to do?
Your inspired courage would have worn off.
Okay. Let me take that out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I am going to cast Burning Hands on the spider.
Okay, what's the range on that?
No, that's exactly what I'm just going to look at. It doesn't-
In
don't see
D&D,
a
it's
range
15
on it.
feet, right?
This actually doesn't even have it.
It should say, let's see, Burning Hand says, it's a 15-foot cone, it says.
Okay.
So
When I'm
you'd
clicking
have
on
to
it, it doesn't
step
have it
a
on
little
there.
closer.
Okay.
So let me see, wait, put it, how do you put it in chat? Like this? Yeah. Okay, so if I clicked on it, the icon added to chat, you see? And at the bottom it says place a 15-foot cone, so you can use that to place your cone. But in order to actually hit the creature, right, you're gonna need to get, you're gonna have to use an action to step at least 5 feet closer.
Alright, so let me...
And that would be all you're actually, but you can.
So I also have Acid Burst, which again, on my screen when I'm clicking on it, doesn't tell me what that is either.
Acidic Burst. I can
Yeah,
see
acidic
in the
burst.
tag that says 5-foot emanation, which means it just hits everything within 5 feet of you.
Oh, so I have to be within 5 feet of it?
For Acidic Burst, yeah, it creates a 5 foot in every direction around you and hits everything.
Right there. Okay. I will move up 5 feet.
Okay. Okay, so the cone is enough to hit it. So it needs to make a reflex save.
Yep.
It gets a 30.
DC 18.
So that's a
Oh, yeah, I
critical
think that-
success.
Yep.
So critical success, I think it means it takes no damage.
Oh,
Because yeah, it's a basic reflex save. So, yep. So you coat it in fire. You spend the burning hands. The whole thing coats. You can smell in the air the oil that's on its body, kind of like burning away. But when it comes, when the fire's gone, you can see it was able to roll out of the way and kind of use the gravestone right next to it to kind of like shield itself, and it takes no damage from your flames.
Smell that
Yeah.
grease, that oil. I wanted to catch it on fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
And-
Well, I moved up 5, and that's 2 actions. So
Yeah.
that's going to be my turn. Shit.
All right. So now you're like, now if there's any question as to like, you know, where it was looking, it's definitely looking at you, Mukta. Sorry, Clovis.
I was like, what?
it's looking at Clovis.
It is now that he tried to bathe it in fire.
Burn it.
Okay. So now that it's my turn, is it my
Yep.
turn?
It is your turn,
Okay.
Nular.
Okay, seeing how it turned its back away from us, I'm going to, for my first action, I'm going to stride right in front of it.
Remember to mark off that burning hand spell, Clovis, with the minus. Okay.
Okay, so
Yep, so
I
you-
feel like this bitch is gonna hurt me.
Yep, you rush around right in front of it to kind of impose yourself there.
And then I'm going to, for my second action, swing my Morning Star at it.
Okay.
Hah!
A 29 is a
Yeah.
hit, but not a crit.
Dang! What is your AC? Okay,
Higher
so
than
that
19.
would be 6 points of damage.
Okay. 6 points of damage. It takes the full 6 damage. It's, you can feel like the spidery guts just give under the weight of your hammer, your Morning Star.
And then for my third action, I am going to raise my shield.
Okay.
That is the end of my turn.
Perfect. Up next, it gets to go. So, almost like taking a page from your book, like Clovis, you watch as it opens its mouth and you see it closest to Nulara, and from the depth of its mouth as it roars in anger, it just spits a 15-foot cone of oil out of its mouth. So I need
Reflex?
it's a reflex save for you, both you guys. It didn't put, let me see. Maybe if I do it like this, it'll put it. Let's see. Abilities. I wanted to put the button so you guys could just click it. Nah, it doesn't give a clickable reflex save button. That's weird. Okay, so Nulara gets a success. So you're going to take 1d8 poison damage. So Nulara, you take 6 poison damage.
Okay.
And wait. You rolled a 26?
Yeah.
Okay, then no, you Oh yeah, that is.
It's a DC 21, so it's just a
Oh god,
success,
it's just a
right?
It is right. I was like, how can you not critically succeed? But no, it's just a high DC. Jeez. Okay.
I know. Damn,
So-
that's a really high DC. Even if I roll a natural 20, it's not a critical success.
And so Clovis
What?
fails, but it's not a critical fail. So Clovis, you're going to take 2d8 poison damage. And that's, so you take 5 points of poison damage. And you are now coated in that same oily stuff that you sensed on it. And you can feel yourself dripping with oil. And it makes it really hard to hold your weapon and stuff like that. It's just everything about you is coated in oil for the next 1 minute. And, you feel like you're definitely weak to fire. If someone hit you with fire right now, you would not be very happy. That is its first. That's its first action. And then with its it actually uses 2 actions. And with its third action, it uses its jaws to make a strike against Nular.
I'm gonna block it with my shield.
Yeah. Oh, it rolled a natural 1.
Nice.
Nice.
So,
Here's I have a question, Steve. So
Yes.
even if they fail to hit me, would that still trigger my shield block? Because 1, I've used a reaction, and then 2, I got
it's
a
good-
feat.
yeah, how is your feat worded?
So the aggressive block,
Yeah.
trigger the shield block adjacent. Is your size or smaller? And you mentioned that he was like a medium creature.
He is. He's your size or smaller. Yeah.
Okay, so I could it's your choice. You could either be shoved back 5 feet or be flat-footed.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, shield block says if you have your shields raised, and you would take damage from a physical attack. So I think because the trigger on shield block says you have to take damage from a physical attack.
Okay.
And then aggressive block says when you use the shield block reaction, which you weren't able to use because it missed you.
So
I think
does
in
that
case
mean I
it's
spent my reaction?
You
or-
never actually use your reaction up. Is
Okay.
the thing. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So the way it's worded, you can't actually use reaction unless it hits you. So you can't aggressive block unless it actually connects with you.
Got
which
it.
is a little
Noted.
weird, but that does seem to be the case. So yeah, you don't waste your reaction though.
Okay, noted. Thank you.
Perfect. Anything else? Oh, I guess it was still his turn, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's the end of his turn. Mukta.
All right. I'm going to. Let's see. Why isn't it pretty far? Oh. Let's see. Then here. That's my turn.
You spent one turn running that way and the other turn running back.
Yep.
Okay. Hal.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Would I have been able to put away my rapier between these combats?
If you want, like, yeah. So you can run on all
Yeah.
fours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Okay.
There, you had plenty of time when you were hiding behind the building. If you wanted to tuck it away so you could run faster, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's also a free action.
It's a free action to drop something, right? But not
Oh,
to put
to
it
drop.
away.
Oh,
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just say
But you had time.
at the end of every combat, I always put my weapons away.
Yep, because you're quick. You don't even. Yeah, there's no reason not to, right?
Yep.
To tie into that whole running on all fours thing, it totally makes sense. So, Hal.
Yep.
Does that give you
Okay.
more movement if you could run on all fours then?
Yeah, it gives me 30 instead of 25, but I'm good
So
for now. I'm good
You're
where I
for
am.
there? Okay, perfect.
I'm going to try to demoralize this creature using
Okay.
intimidation.
Yes.
And because I have the versatile performance, I can use my performance, but I get a -4 since he doesn't probably understand my language.
Well, what are you singing in? What language?
Common?
Okay.
Got me looking at my languages now.
Yeah. Like, what would a
Um,
spider speak?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
-4.
It is going to be -4 for common, yeah. And it's targeting what? His will DC?
Yeah, as well, DC.
Okay, that's going to be a fail. His will DC is 19.
Well, there you go.
So that's only one of your actions, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
That's pretty
you
high.
taunted in common. Does not seem to work.
I will then cast a spell. Sheesh. I'm going to cast Soothe
Okay.
on Nulara. Yes.
Whoa, thank you.
Not bad. So
Nice.
it's just a straight 14 points of healing. And plus
my
2
turn.
to saves against mental effects while
Yes.
you sustain it.
Whoa, I'm back to
Up to-
full.
Or it just says it says duration 1 minute, but it doesn't say sustain, right? So for 1 minute,
correct.
you have bonus +2 bonus to mental effects, saves against mental effect. So if someone tries to scare you, you're gonna be able to resist it. That's funny. Okay. Clovis, top of the round. What kind of bonus is Soothe? Is it a circumstance? Status bonus, so it stacks with some of the other stuff, right? Or is the Inspire Courage and stuff all statuses? Martial Aura is also a status bonus. Okay. And that's a status bonus. Okay, good to know. Clovis?
All right, so I'm going to stride over here, and then...
So you stride back just to set the scene, right? You are about 10 feet from the cliff that overlooks down towards the Dawnflower Library, where all the undead just are throwing themselves off. So this sort of like line right here is like the end of the graveyard and the beginning of the cliff that leads down to the town. You're fine there. I just wanted to point that out.
No, I'm glad you did. I would have fell right off the cliff.
He's a zombie.
Been like the zombies. 17.
Okay. 17 misses. Actually.
Get my ass kicked on this round. Okay. That's my turn. That's 3.
What were you casting, like frost, ray of frost?
Ray of frost. Yep.
Okay. Nulara.
Okay, wiping away the oil that's on my face, I am going to put my full weight on this attack with my Morning Star. So, power attack with my Morning Star.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's lagging. Oh, boob.
An 18 is going to miss.
Oh, what
a big whiff, and you like
for
swing
level
right
2,
at
man.
it, and
Holy crap.
this thing is like pretty agile, and like I think it's crouched down, right? And as you swing through, it like sees it coming, and it kind of like leaps up and like lifts its body just over your swing, and it's able to sort of skitter.
Okay.
Yeah. It was you hit exactly where it was, but he anticipated it.
How dare you? Alright, for my third action, I'm going to raise my shield.
Okay.
Uh-huh. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. The talkative Scalathrax gets to go next, so I think... Let me see. So I have to roll, because he can only use his... Let's see, so he can't use his actual spray ability for 4 more turns, so...
Yes!
Good. So... Yeah, so it uses its first attack to try a jaw strike against you, Nulara. First action, sorry. Oh, it rolled really low. It's a 16.
Nice.
So it misses. And then it kind of like, as it's biting down to you, like behind it is Hal, who is like trying to taunt it. You watch as it like kicks its leg out, and it shoots a quill across the air that flies right at Hal.
Is that a ranged attack?
It is a ranged attack, yeah.
Then that I could do an attack of opportunity.
Does that trigger on ranged attacks?
Yes.
Perfect, then it's definitely going to trigger an attack of opportunity. So it makes its attack against Hal. God, it keeps rolling so slow. So low, sorry. So a 12 to hit Hal, I don't think that hits. Right? Yeah, your AC is like 17. Which opens it up to an attack of opportunity from Nulara, which a 24 hits.
Nice. Oh wait, sorry, that's with power attacks. So minus, I'll just roll it again. Sorry.
Yeah, just roll it again.
9 of bludgeoning damage.
Perfect. So 9 points of bludgeoning damage as you smack into it, and it like kind of like gets, pained as I think you hit it, and that sends the quill wide and protects like Hal. And then I think for its third action, it's going to skitter away from you because you're bad news, and it's going to run 25 feet down here and run right towards Clovis. And get away from the rest of you guys. All right, Mukta. You were hidden from where it was, but now that he's moved, he's like has full sight of you. You're like out in the open again. Are you muted, Richard? I don't hear you.
I am muted. I was talking to myself.
Mueller.
Does not have very much ranged ability, and the creature is not in combat with any of his allies, so there'll be no flanking. So Mukta will move about maybe 15 feet and then hide.
Okay. Yeah, you try to use that like tree as cover. So make
Yes.
that hide action. And there's actually some cover between you and him because there's like some graves and stuff that are out here, like especially in New Lara, you know. So
I
you'd
would
be able
move
to. That's fine.
Sorry.
But as you move forward, there's like graves all over, so you can use those as cover to get to close in on it in future turns, or even as a follow-up sneak action.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead and make that stealth roll.
I did not know that. I thought that it would be out in the open.
15. Okay. I mean, you seem pretty decently hidden.
That's my turn.
Perfect.
Mukta's not much use in this fight, sorry.
All right, Hal. Where do they put these?
Is Nulara? Does she look hurt? I don't have a bar around her.
I'm good. I'm still full health.
Okay, that's why it's probably showing up.
Maybe.
All right. I want to. Damn. I'll move up 2.
Okay.
And I will use Electric Arc.
Sweet.
Yes, you will.
That's a
my God.
19, so it's a success, but it still takes half damage. Okay. Max damage, not bad. So half of that. So 4 points of electric damage. It takes the full 4.
That is my turn.
All right, Nulara.
Okay. Oh, not Clovis.
Skip Clovis.
Oh yeah, I did skip Clovis. Clovis.
Run away,
You know why you
Clovis.
scared me, right? He is so
Hey, so
excited
he can
to
bite him with a
come
spider.
Kill me.
Yeah, he wants to kill him.
He's like,
Go.
he's dead.
Go ahead, Clovis.
Run, Clovis, run.
No, you get a chance to run or whatever you're gonna do.
Yeah, I think. in
Clovis's
this
last
case,
stand.
I am going to run. Okay, doke. That's my turn.
Okay. Now it's Nilara's turn.
Okay, so for my first action, I am going to stride towards it.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'll go here so that Mukta can try and flank the.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then for my. Should I gamble it? I'm gonna gamble. So putting in my full weight onto this strike, I'm gonna hit it again with my Morning Star.
Okay.
Come on.
Is that a
Oh, natural 20!
that's a crit. Was that a power attack?
Yes, it was a power attack too.
Got it. All right, roll that crit power attack. Oh my god!
32!
Oh,
I think that's
Oh
Nulara's
my-
max damage possible, right?
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah,
Crit
yeah.
power attack max level 6. So 32 points.
Oh,
Oh
my
my-
god.
Damn.
Okay. 32 points of bludgeoning damage. You hear like the popping as like just it's like starts oozing like acid from its belly. You slam into it. It looks super hurt. 32 points of damage. It's not dead, but it's severely bloodied.
All right, and then I'm gonna I mean, that's all my actions. I'll just
Oh
pray
my
that it doesn't
God.
hit me the next time.
Wow, that was a turn.
That
Very,
was
very
freaking
awesome.
Oh, what a gamble.
Okay.
Amazing.
I'm gonna die now.
So as it realizes it's in trouble, it lashes out at the thing that hurt it the most. It spins around at you, and it's going to use it's going to do its jaw attack at you.
Okay.
Okay. First action. Oh my God! Every time I roll, it's like a single digits.
Yes.
It was on an 18 and it fell over. Okay.
No.
That
17.
stink eye she's giving you.
Yeah. No, that misses. But it does take its second attack.
Oh no!
Oh.
Yep, it's
Hey, back.
Okay.
it's not a critical. Oh well.
It's since it's a natural 20, it's one step higher,
Okay.
so it is a critical actually.
Okay. It's all right. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I
guess
knew
turn
it.
us-
I knew it.
Okay, so damage wise, you're gonna take 22 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
and then it also has this venom. As it bites in you, you can feel it pulsating the venom into your body. I need you to make a DC 21 Fortitude save.
Lord. Okay. Nope, I failed.
Okay, that's a critical fail actually.
Uh-huh.
So here's what happens. The venom courses into you. It goes straight to stage 2, which means you are now clumsy 1 and slowed 1.
Okay. Clumsy one and slowed one.
So slowed 1 means you have one less action on your turn, and clumsy 1 just means everything you do, I think you basically have like a -1 to anything that takes dexterity,
Okay.
including your armor class. I believe that's what it is.
And
And then you're going to make a save at the end of your turn to see if the poison progresses or worse, like if it worsens or like lessens.
Okay.
But that's not it, because it actually has a third action. But it misses totally.
I'm next to my mausoleum, bitch.
Should actually only be a -8, not a -10, because it's agile, but it's the sheet's not picking it up right. I don't know why. But anyways, it's still, the third attack misses. All right, Mukta. You've lost
All
sight
right.
of the creature as it ran around the corner from you. Every time Nular does something cool, Mukta misses it.
Yep.
No, don't
Yep,
jinx it.
it's so true.
He was behind the tree, so he should just hide behind the tree all the time now.
So, first movement, 30 feet. Second action, take another step. Third action, quick draw, strike with my rapier.
Okay.
Let's go kill it.
It's flat-footed.
It is flat-footed, yeah, because you guys are flanking it.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, that's gonna miss.
Yeah, that's my turn
It's a
too.
critical miss, actually. Okay. Hal.
Wow.
All right. Kyle is going to move up, so he doesn't. Actually, he'll just make him do a DC 18 dexterity or reflex save. Excuse me.
Okay. I didn't have the token selected. Hang on. Okay, that is 15. So that's a fail. So it's 5 points.
5 points.
5 points, still up. Clinging to life with barely any hit points, but it is up.
Oh. I can't do anything with my action. One action. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Top of the round. Round 4.
Actually-
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'll give Nulara guidance for one. It takes one action. It's 30 feet.
Oh man, my whole computer just locked up. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My computer is non-responsive, so you can hear me, but I have no control over anything. This happened.
That means the
wait.
monster automatically dies, right?
I control alt deleted and it recovered. So
Oh.
so I don't know what happened there. That's weird. Okay, top of the round, Clovis.
Okay.
Nulara has guidance.
You
It
know
went
Nulara
by
does
me.
have
I knew
guidance,
it
yes.
was cold, but I'm gonna try it anyways. So I'm gonna do Ray of Frost.
Okay. 16 misses.
Oh shit today.
Have you used your hero point, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll just move up here a little closer. Okay.
All right. Nulara.
One, Laura. Finish him off, Nuala. Come on.
You're weakened. You're clumsy. What is it? You're clumsy and
I'm clumsy and
slowed.
I'm slowed.
So
Yeah.
slowed one means you only get 2 actions. You lose one of your actions.
Okay. Oh, okay. Got it. So for my first action, hitting it with my Morning Star again. No
Okay.
power attack.
No power attack.
Because I'm gonna die if I do a power attack. Oh boy, 19?
19 misses.
Oh no!
Oh, with the guidance. I have guidance. So 20?
Does
Is
guidance work on
Plus
attacks?
1.
I think it does, right?
+1 status bonus to it. 1 attack roll, perception check, saving throw, or skill
Okay.
check.
20.
Thank you, Hal.
Still misses.
And the target's flat-footed.
Oh my god. Okay. The target is flat-footed.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Thank you for calling that out. That was perfect call. So with the flat-footedness and the guidance, that hits.
Oh, okay. Oh my land.
Way to dig out every
5.
advantage you have.
Right. 5
Nulara.
points of bludgeoning damage.
How would you like to do that?
Come on.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die. Alright. So feeling my knees buckle, I'm going to for the first time actually feel the presence of the spirit that's inside my mausoleum and then swing as hard as I can with the poison coursing through my body at against this spider. Just hoping for the best, honestly.
Okay. And yeah, the thing it dies, it rolls over, and like as a spider, like all the legs like curl in, and it's lying there in a puddle of like acid, venom, that oily thing covering it, and this thing is like for sure just ended, and we are out of combat, and you guys have succeeded.
I fall on my butt on the grass.
Yeah, at the end of your turn, make another fortitude saving throw for me.
All right. Fortitude.
For experience, you guys all earn 80
Natural
experience
20.
for that fight. Oh, natural 20, nice. And with that, you managed to push the effects of the poison out of your body at the end of your turn. So you're no
Nice.
longer... It would only last, like, you don't know, right? Because of the character, you don't know. But, like, the way poisons work is it said it lasts for up to a maximum of 6 rounds if you keep failing.
Oh, damn.
Some things can advance so bad and make it worse, but with your natural 20, you succeed and push it 2 stages successful, and the venom no longer affects you, and you are not clumsy, not whatever the other thing was, slowed.
I'll cast Soothe again on Nulara
Okay.
for 11 health.
Thank you, Hal.
And yeah, you guys catch your breath. If you like wait for the next threat to see if anything else is coming, but it seems like it's not the light. The blue glowing light has gone away. There's no more concentrated beam. The graveyard, the town, everything seems saved.
I'll go sit back up against the mausoleum and start playing a melancholy tune. Da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun. No, not Ghostbusters. And do refocus
Sure.
for 10 minutes.
Yeah, for every 10 minutes you spend, you can get back a focus point. I believe that's how it works.
Yep.
I will look for my dagger.
Yeah, no problem. It's
How's everybody doing? on
funnily
hit
enough,
points?
it's actually not far from where the spider died. So maybe it like like one of its like severed legs is like covering your dagger, but you find it.
Perhaps Mukta, you can look at these bones and see if there was anything of value. If you remember, we pulled off a golden tooth. Was it a tooth or an earring? One of those things from the guy inside the lighthouse last time.
Yeah, that was a golden tooth.
I will investigate the bodies.
Sure. Yeah, you go over the bodies and look for any sort of valuables. Surprisingly, these people were not buried with any sort of valuables. They just look like normal common folk that have been buried here for who knows how long, depending on zombies or skeletons, hundreds of years. And they weren't buried with any of their valuables. They don't actually have anything. Let me just double check, but I don't think they have anything of value on them. They do not.
What would... I would like to try to see if anything valuable can be taken off the creature's body.
Yeah, that's a different sort of story, right? Because this thing, it has like venom and stuff in it.
Venom, oil. The glands might be useful.
Yeah, like you're pretty sure that with the right sort of skill, you should be able to, spend about 10 minutes and extract the oil from this creature. This thing has like oil glands that keep it kind of coated in the stuff that like sprayed all over Nulara and Clovis and stuff. You would be able to harvest that from its dead body.
Perfect. I just found my dagger.
Yeah.
Do you need some help?
If you're willing to get your hands dirty, of course.
It'd be a crafting
minutes?
check to extract the extract it from the creature. So, not silly,
Got
but
it.
surprisingly, it's a crafting check to make this extraction.
I'll play some music for Mukta and give him guidance
All
if
right.
he wants to do that.
Definitely. So that is a +1.
Yep. And this is going to be a DC 21 crafting check.
Ooh.
You're also going to need something to put the oil in, like a container of some sort. It's going to be... You're going to extract enough of this to make like one bulk of material. So...
Does anyone have anything I can put this oil gland in when I'm done?
Backpack or something.
Like a vial?
I have a back.
It's probably going to be more than a vial, right? You could extract just a vial's worth if that's all you have, but really you're looking for something bigger, like a water skin, probably better.
Do you think any of these people were any of the town folks' relatives? Probably too old, right?
Huh.
Oh well, I'm going to go collect all the skeleton skulls, and I'm going to then put all the oil in the skulls.
Just extract it into the skulls? That works for me. It's just you guys are going to be like all like kind of carefully carrying these skulls full of stuff, but that's awesome.
I have this water skin, Mukta, if you want it.
Yeah, I mean, you probably won't be able to use the water skin after that. This oil won't wash out.
But this stuff's going to be pretty valuable too.
It's okay. I could just buy another water skin.
All right, so we have water skin and skulls. Perfect.
Nice.
All right, let's make that crafting check.
All right, let me add the +1.
Remember, no try. You got to do.
Oh,
Yay!
that was
No,
21.
Yeah, it was one off.
Okay. 21, yeah.
Did it add? Yes, adds a.
Yeah, I added it.
Status bonus.
Yeah. So it doesn't like it wasn't a failure or anything like that. I mean, it wasn't a critical failure. It's just a a little bit of a failure. So
let me see what I could do.
Poured it in and it all ran out the eyeball. Damn it.
Let me see what I could do. Ordinary, blah blah blah.
The thing I forgot
somebody else
about.
could use a crafting check to aid, right? And give him a +1 like a bonus. Is aid actually circumstance bonus 2 though? And is guidance a circumstance bonus?
Guidance is a status bonus. I don't know if aid's a status bonus.
Somebody could aid if somebody else wants to make a DC 21 aid check to push him over the edge.
Oh yeah, I put it as a circumstance bonus. My bad.
I might cause
It
harm.
doesn't
I'm
usually
not
matter.
trained.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
already failed.
So I don't think it's going to. it's not going to like you didn't fail enough to ruin the thing. It's just you waste 10 minutes and you're not able to actually get it because you didn't critically fail.
I'm about to do it, and then I realize skulls. The thing with skulls is that they have eye sockets. So if you put oil in them, it's just going to come out the eye sockets. So
Yeah, so you didn't ruin it because you didn't critically fail. So if you want to regroup after you spend 10 minutes and try it again for another 10 minutes, you can. You won't have guidance this time.
I mean, if it's either that or just leave the body to rot anyway. So I might as well
Right.
try.
Might as well. The only thing that's costing you is time, and there doesn't seem to be a premium on that at the moment.
I mean, Nulara, you like to spend time in this graveyard anyway, right?
Yeah.
So give me another crafting check.
All right, let me.
Yeah, if you would have had a circumstance bonus and a status bonus, you would have made that check last time.
Yep.
Yes.
Boom.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, with a little bit of help and like refocusing and learning from your mistakes, you are able to, in these water skins and skulls, extract a total of 1 bulk worth of this Scalothorax oil, and you drain all the oil out of this creature. So
Nice.
this oil works in 2 ways. One, you can use it to craft either something alchemical that deals fire damage. And if something would deal fire damage or be like slippery, it gets a +1 item bonus to crafting it. So like if you wanted to make fire bombs out of it or something like that, if you had crafting and you could make alchemy stuff, you could do that. If you don't, you could also use it as lantern oil because it burns like oil, but it's worth, the amount of that you've extracted is worth 20 gold on the market. So you could trade this in town for 20 gold, essentially. So you've turned, the body itself didn't have loot, but you were able to extract 20 gold worth of loot from its dead body. Good job.
Mukta could use a short bow to be more effective in these kind of fights, because Mukta literally did absolutely nothing for that spider.
Yeah. Yep. And around this time, the oil that was coating you, Clovis, it finally goes off you, and you're no longer covered in that oil that you could feel. Like one match would like set you off, right? Like dry timber. But what would you guys like to do
So much
next?
for my bath.
I'll use a focus point and do lay on hands on Nulara.
Oh, good.
The one says I'm not able to use it. Not really sure.
Really? Does it?
Yep.
Do you have to have the spell on your list to use a wand?
You lack
I don't think
propensity
so.
to use Wand of Heal and do not have the trick magic item feat.
Huh.
So you don't have you're not.
We need to look up rules on wands and how they work.
How many points are you down?
I'm sorry. I had to change my earphones because my other one died. What happened?
What are your current hit points?
Right now I'm pretty good. At 29 out of 34.
I gave you 6 if you didn't. Do that.
I
Go
added
ahead.
that already.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If we can wait 10 minutes, I can.
So it says
use
to
lay on
cast a
hands
spell from
again.
the wand, it must be on your spell list. So do you not normally have access to the heal spell on your spell list?
I don't know.
It does. I guess not, because if you did, it would work, right?
Yeah. So there is a feat called Trick Magic Item where you can literally roll
Yeah.
to trick a magic
So
item.
Clovis
heal
does
is
have
traditions, divine, and primal.
So not occult. So you could give it to Clovis, and Clovis should be able to use the magic wand.
I'll hand him the magic wand if you want to. Should I drop it on the character and see if I can move it on him?
I'll drag it between your sheets because it's easier.
Okay. Thank you.
So I just want to make sure I understand. So I have Goodberry. So
You do.
I have 2 focus points, right?
Mhm.
So it takes 1 focus point for 1 Goodberry. Is that?
Yes.
So I will give her a Goodberry, and then I'm going to also eat a Goodberry.
Okay. Yes. Cast those. And so I added the heal. I added the heal magic wand to your inventory, Clovis.
Okay.
So you should be able to cast it. Yeah.
Hit cast on the Goodberry. It's not doing anything.
Thank you, Clovis. Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, it also says I don't know how you edit the charges on a wand because it says 0 out of 1 charges. I guess I can
I
manually
think
edit
I
it to
tried to
1.
use it.
Oh, maybe that's why. Yeah. So when you cast, it's not actually doing anything, Clovis.
No, I'm clicking on the cast button and it's just
Can you click on the picture?
just do it.
Yeah,
From in here.
yeah. I guess that's what it's because cast just means cast, but
There
you
it
said it
is.
would put it in chat. Weird.
It should.
So, yeah.
It is in chat.
Yeah, it's in chat. If that's when you click the icon, but it doesn't do it when you click
Do
like
it
the
when we
cast.
cast.
It doesn't actually do anything. It's weird
Mhm.
because I
Okay,
guess the
so
cast only takes. Oh, you know what the cast does is it takes away the focus point. That's all it does. It doesn't
Oh,
actually.
you're right. It filled the 2
Gotcha.
focus points. I gotcha. Okay, so I hit the healing in the chat, right?
Yeah, I guess it didn't even do that. I don't know. Yeah, so just hit the
Is
heal in
that
chat.
not
You and Nulara can both click heal in chat to eat a good berry.
It's not doing anything.
You click the word healing in the chat. It doesn't do anything.
No, it changes.
I mean, I clicked it and it healed. I don't know.
I'm clicking it's changing colors, but not doing anything.
Does it work for you, Nular?
Select yourself and click
no.
heal.
Oh yeah, did you select your token?
I
Probably
selected
why.
and targeted myself. I didn't. No.
Yep, there it goes. So 5.
Should I just roll a d6?
Oh,
I mean,
that's
I can
perfect. You're right.
do it. I don't know why it's not working for you because that is weird. I'll click on you and do it.
Oh, thank you.
So 7. I weird. Yeah. But yeah,
I'm back
good
to
berries in
full.
this
Thank
game
you,
are
guys.
not a 1 hit point thing, right? It's like an actual healing potion kind of.
Yeah, for real. It's nice.
Yep. 2
that's
actions
cool.
if we're in combat to use one of them.
Yeah. Plus, when you make it, it lasts for like what 10 minutes or something like that.
So you say it's like 10 minutes to get your focus points back? Is that how that works?
Yes.
10 minutes per. Yep.
Per focus point? Okay.
Yep. 10 minutes for a focus point. Yeah. So, you're doing the good berry healing and Mukta is like extracting the oil and there's, everyone's been pretty close to death today. Because this is like still the night of the same day where Mukta almost died. And now Nular almost died. Close got pretty hurt. And Hal, we already know how to brush with death. So everyone's been on death's door. So good job. So
Are there still like skeletons and zombies trying to jump out of the cliff? Or
it seems like they've all, like, you guys have gotten all the stragglers, all the rest have thrown themselves off the cliff, and with the beam gone, it seems like everything has stopped. It's quiet again in the graveyard. Other than all these, like, grays that the zombies and skeletons have clawed their ways out of the ground to kind of wander. It's back to normal, quiet. Foggy night, moon in the sky. I think, like, you guys start making your way back towards town, precariously carrying your, like, oil, your Scalathrax oil and your skulls and stuff. And there's a bunch of, like, nervous-looking town guards, like, standing just outside the graveyard that look like they're unsure if you guys are, like actually zombies and stuff. But as you emerge from the fog, they realize that you guys have, like, come out, survived. So one of the guards is, like, shaking, right? And he's asking you, like, whoa, what happened?
We did your jobs. It's all taken care of.
Well, this is not in my job description.
Is this your town? Do you live here?
I do, yeah.
Does your family live here?
Yeah.
Then we did your jobs. Good night.
I mean, you're not wrong, right? But they don't see it that way.
yes, Mukta, yes.
Do you want to try to, like, intimidate him into, like, making an impression, or, like, what's
No.
No? Okay.
No.
So they're, like, quivering, right? And then they, like, kind of escort you guys back towards the town where people are kind of, like, going, like, a little nuts. And you see a man who looks to be surrounded by, like, a lot of the town's guards and stuff. And he sort of pushes his way in front of everyone with you and the guards. And he asks, like, what's going on, and the guard, like, looks at you and looks at them, and then he, like, hangs his head low and he puts his hand over his shoulder with his thumb and he goes, they did our jobs for us. And, like, this man who maybe you recognize him, maybe you don't, but it becomes very apparent shortly that this guy carries some clout and some power in the town. And he immediately, like, kind of walks over to you guys, and he tells like, oh, let's gather this stuff. So they try to like send some of the guards over to take these like skulls full of oil away from you guys to kind of free your hands. And then he very like gruffly like grabs your hand and wants to shake each one of your hands one by one. And he introduces himself as the mayor of this town, Mayor Osif Menhems. So I think I have...
Menhems?
Yeah, I think I have a handout for his face. So yeah, here. Mayor Osif Menhems. This is what he looks like. And he's like shaking your hand one by one, like, thank you, you've done a great job. And like he loudly proclaims in front of like the whole town, like, citizens, we have nothing to fear. These heroes have saved the town. And he like, what's your guys' names again? Do you guys have a name? I heard it was the Ghostbusters.
You could just put. We have a temporary name. It's called Not the Ghostbusters.
Yeah. And so
Ghostbusters is a little scary with copyright infringements and stuff, you know.
I mean,
Spirit Busters.
I mean, technically tonight you can call us the town guard.
Yes, that's true.
He like side glances you a little bit, and he does not proclaim you the town guard in front of everyone, but he does say you are the heroes of Otari. Let's leave it at that. And there's a big clapping as you see like all eyes in this town. Everyone is like looking at you, and it seems in this moment you've successfully kind of elevated your status by protecting the town and destroying this threat. Pretty much everyone either knows who you are now or will very surely hear the talk of the town that you guys kind of defended everyone. And I think at that we kind of like end as like the we fade to black as you guys get a nice, well-deserved night's rest, collapsing into your beds or baths or whatever you wanted to do before the story continues the next morning. So I think that'll do it for tonight.
2 sessions in a row, Nulara crushes the big bad.
Yes, that's going to be a recurring theme, huh? So if you guys want,
I hope so.
you got 20 gold worth of the oil. If you just want to exchange it for 20 gold, I think that's fine.
We just jinxed it.
Yeah.
And then at the beginning of the next session, we can just do a quick, to start the session, we can do a little role play shopping trip as you guys want to go buy, you know, some of the stuff that you noticed you needed, and we can introduce a few more townspeople to the story.
Who wants to be the group banker?
I can be the accountant, like out of character.
So we have 38 gold total right now,
including
the 18 from Wrin.
Okay. The 18 I've already divided.
Yeah,
it's
she
like
divided that earlier.
Yeah, it's 4 gold, 5 silver for each, and then it's 20 right now.
5 and 5.
And so how much experience did you guys
another
get?
5 gold if we're going to
60,
split
60,
it, right?
80. So did you guys get 200 experience tonight?
I'm
Yeah.
at 220.
180. Like,
Yeah, so it's 200
we're at
tonight. We
220.
had 20. Yep.
You
Yeah,
had 20
that's right.
before, yeah.
Yeah, we started at 20 tonight.
Yeah, so 60,
Wow,
60,
yeah, thinking
80.
about that, it's 200 experience in one session.
Considering we're going to 800 on level up, you're pretty close to. I mean, you're 1/4 through the next level up in one session.
Yeah.
It was 3
Level
combats,
3.
and that creature was a creature level 4, so it's a pretty bunch above you guys.
yeah, had Nulara not maxed everything, I think. we
Yeah.
would've been
I
in trouble.
know, I would have died.
It had 60 hit points, so you did 32 in one blow. That was half its health in one
Yeah,
blow.
that was huge.
That was really clutch, I will say. That was huge.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Man. So we need to get some effects on your dice, Nular, so when you roll a crit, like the stream feels it, you know what I mean? Because that was an epic level crit. But yeah, so we'll have a chance to do a bit of shopping and roleplay because I wanted to introduce a few more people in town now that you guys are, visible.
So do we get a long rest? Do we take that now, or do we wait till next session? Or
Yeah, I mean, we'll get like a rest, like a long rest going into the next session. That's fine. Just go ahead and set all your you guys already healed yourself up, so go ahead and just set everything back to full for the beginning of next session. But
Is actually at full.
right, You don't even have.
Yeah.
You don't even have resources you spent. So that's cool.
We get spell slots back up. Long
But
rest, right?
Mukta doesn't have spell slots, but you do. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Right. So where the hell is that again?
Although I did cast shade on those guards, so
Yes.
that's just a focus point. So
Yeah,
you just
okay.
got to spend 10 minutes refocusing. Okay. So, all that being said, for my edification, because we're going to start with a little bit of role play and you guys are going to meet some of the townsfolk. But now that this has happened, like, what is your guys' plan going? Like, what do you guys plan to do next session?
A little bit of shopping, I think.
Yep. And then
Shop
head
for a
back.
new shield.
Bow. I need a bow. Some
Mhm.
daggers.
Need a bow, maybe some studded leather, but definitely need a new simple weapon like a mace.
Oh yeah, huh? Since it's like a bunch of undead.
And then I guess we got to figure out what's going on under the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Yep.
We can definitely, you guys can have a conversation where you try to digest what actually happened the night before.
Yeah.
But we'll probably just do some role play and then head back to the ruins and poke around some more.
Yep.
All right, that works for me. So check us out next week, guys, because we didn't get a chance to actually go to the Gauntlet this time, but the Gauntlet kind of came to you.
In
It's
Otari,
true.
Gauntlet goes to you.
Yeah. So, yep, that's gonna do it for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the game, my players. I hope you guys had fun with this. Kind of throwing a curveball at you. And
Yeah, thank you very much, Steve.
Of course.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank
Yep.
you.
That was awesome.
You can. So if you're not following us on Twitch, please click the follow button. We're close. If you're not following us on YouTube, click the subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at DM Steve, at Steve the DM. And on there, I usually post when we're going live, if we're missing a week. So if you're like, oh, why aren't they streaming this week? Check the Twitter and you'll know when we have to miss a week for whatever reason. Hopefully not much more, because when we don't play, I get very sad.
Yes.
Because that means too much time. And then when we come back, I'm really rusty. So thank you, players, for hanging in there. We're getting the hang of the combat. We got through 3 combats in one night. That's the most we've definitely have ever done.
It's pretty good.
And we had an hour of role play at the beginning, so we're getting there.
Yep.
Right? I think we're getting there. We're getting the feel of it. And if we messed up any rules tonight, like the poison rules or attack of opportunity, just tell us on YouTube. We love it. I don't mean that as a joke. I really do love when people point out what I'm doing wrong so I can fix it. So I can take the criticism.
He could take the heat.
Yep.
I like it. Just be nice about it. Don't be like, hey, you idiot. I mean, you could if you want. I probably just am less likely to respond to your comment if you are coming across in a negative way. I just smile and move on with my life.
We're still learning, so.
Of course. So all that being said, see you guys next Wednesday. What is next Wednesday? The 14th? Yep.
Is it Wednesday yet?
Yeah, it's not Wednesday yet.
Oh.
Well, actually, it is Wednesday. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for playing with me, guys. I'll see everyone at home next week. Take care. Bye.